Ambo, ó kù díẹ̀. Ẹ má bínú, system yẹn crash ni. Àwọn mùjẹmùjẹ wọnú ẹ̀ ni. Ẹ má bínú, mo láti kọ́kọ́ clear kan tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbé call. Alright, let's take this out. Ó kù díẹ̀. System yẹn crash. N tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. Mo mọ̀ bí a. Okay, I rescue Twitter now. I rescue. So we are back on. Yeah, we are back on the YouTube as well. So we can take our calls. Let's switch this and let's end this. I think the only one that got lost in transmission was the YouTube. YouTube nìkan ni ó sá lọ láàrin gbogbo ntí à ń ṣe. But we are back on, and let's take my first call, and let's do it very, very snappy and enough time. Lale, hello caller, I go straight to the point.
Hello.
It's our live. I go ahead. System ó crash ni. System ó crash ni.
This is my first time so my phone, and I really appreciate that what we get to this time. You know, it's probably any company look like no usually I will not imagine because we through different places and lot of things they do to it.
Okay. Wow, ẹ ṣé gan bàbá wa. Okay. Okay.
So I'll be part of your program.
Wow.
For some time.
Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, I slow down there. I slow down there. Okay.
So that's one of the reasons why.
Oh better. Oh better.
Sometimes you blame most of it because sometimes if you are living on your comfort zone,
Hold on, Chairman. This was what actually happened. My device ran into problem. At least Kushan Shibin will run into problem. Device in it. We need another device quickly. This is what happened. Jota and Sheti Baba, I want Biafra. No, but she shut down already. Not here. But nothing to be concerned about. It's just that the system is working. I mean, it hasn't worked much today, but sometimes these things happen. But go ahead, call out. Emabinu. One round five girls were often deceived pẹ̀lú 2,000, 10,000, 20,000. So àwa dẹ̀ sọ pé àfẹ́ yẹn àfẹ́ kí everybody níṣẹ́ ẹ̀wọ̀ lọ́wọ́ àfẹ́ káyé àwọn èèyàn dá èdè tàn sá nìyẹn. So nothing more than that. Ayé mi ti wà better. Ó lè má dà bọ̀ ó wà better, but ó dájú tí millions of ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé lọ, and we have to put this together. And kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ Ìgbòho nìkan, gbogbo wa la jọ fi jáde. And I think we got much from that caller. Ó yẹ bá tètè wrap it up. Ẹ ṣé gan ni caller. Yẹ́lò mi tún lè wọlé. YouTube is here to resume care. YouTube ti padà. The YouTube is back. Our YouTube is back. All right, I'm going to let the caller go. Thank you so much. The number is as usual. You know the number. Gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ bá tún béèrè pé kí ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ nǹkan sí níbi tí nǹkan ti ń lọ nìyẹn. So bí àwọn firewall media lẹ lọ ń gbọ́, and èmi kọ́ ni màmá respond ní nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí firewall media. Media tiwa ti sọ tó ń bọ̀. You don't have to agree with it, but you can at least link that to whatever is happening in the past. The number to call is +44. Number in lower lórí screen, and let's continue discussing issues. Mo fẹ́ ká rántí ìlú tí mo sọ, San Marino, 34,000. Okay, this caller is coming back. You're all just about a minute plus. Eba Shini briefly. Oh, MixLR, yeah, MixLR will be back on. Am I bínú? Yeah, mo gbọ́ yín. MixLR is coming back on in a few minutes. Okay. Ó yé mi. Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè. Kí ló dé tó fi ń daworo ṣé torí ṣé ẹni sùúrù ẹ ló kọ́là ṣé torí atrocity àwọn Fúlàní ló ṣe ń daworo àbí? MixLR ń bọ̀ in just under 1 minute. Okay. We're live on the MixLR. Okay. We're live on the MixLR. Okay.
And that is the right time to exit this country now.
Only it's the right time. But it's a mistake. You're right. It's the right time. Ẹ ṣáà má dárúkọ àwọn ọba, ẹ ṣáà jẹ́ ká fi wọ́n lẹ̀ ká má dárúkọ wọn. Gbogbo àná ìbá kan lọ jí gbé lánàá nísìn ó ṣe kò ṣe nísìn wọ́n sanwó fìgbà padà. Òun lọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀. Náà wọ́n fi support ẹ̀ torí alábòsí ni wọ́n. Eshegoni, my brother, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for opening the conversation. I cannot love you all more. And I love your expertise and your respect, because you could have gone back to Kaduna, but you said you wanted to witness what is about to take place. Adema witness Eshegoni. Tinubu, from what we are told, is going to be in London, if he's not even arrived. So on Monday, there will be people that will be gathering at Chatham House. Ẹ mọ̀ kí mo sọ fún yín pé ó máa wá sí Chatham House yẹn. Ẹ mọ̀ kí mo sọ fún yín ní last year níbi tí mo ti máa ń káàkiri. A lot of you don't believe me. Imagine Chatham House decide who becomes the Nigerian president. Orí wọn ti gbálẹ̀. Hello caller. Ẹ bá gbóhùn sókè ohùn yẹn lọ́lẹ̀ díẹ̀. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò sà.
Mo ní ẹ̀ka lẹ́sà Bísọ́lá ẹ̀mí Kóìkì Òkùnkùn ní Olúkú Adéyẹmí.
Ẹ̀ka lẹ́ káàbọ̀ Ogun State. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Program yìí gan ẹ̀dẹ̀ máa fún motion ẹgbẹ́ ti very nǹkan tí wọ́n pọ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation tó ń lọ. Mo mọ̀ pọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ òbí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ orí àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ òbí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n wò pẹ́nu ni bó tí wọ́n kò máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sùn ṣùnà dé. Àwọn kan wà lọ́nláìn tó jẹ́ pé bàṣẹ jẹ́ ni wọ́n Yorùbá ni wọ́n wà pa ọmọ Yorùbá ni wọ́n mú àyè ni wọ́n ò lè pọ̀ ju kún máa dá wàhálà lòpọ̀ ní online láti gbé ìkówó. Bọ̀ mo fẹ́ sọ fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó máa tí wọ́n jọ wọ́n má máa fi etí táwọn yẹn kó wọ́n máa track wọn kí wọ́n jẹ́ ká pa ọkàn wa pọ̀ as unity. Orílẹ̀-èdè la fẹ́ gbà kí n ṣe party ló máa ń bára mu jà.
Àdé ṣe political party o fún gbogbo ọmọ tó bá ń gbọ́ wa. We are not a political party and we are not fighting for politicians. We are fighting for what is called the right to self-determination. Ẹ gbọ́ àìmọ̀ gbọ́ yín.
This is self-determination. Mo fẹ́ ìpìlẹ̀ mo ṣe party mo fẹ́ kọ́ máa gbọ́ wa báyìí. Party ni ó bára wọn jà. Eléyìí orílẹ̀-èdè ni kọ́ máa jẹ́ kí a bá wa jà.
Ẹ ṣe gan ẹ̀gbọ́n mi fún super chat Ṣẹ́gun ọ̀nà.
Pẹ̀mọ́ àwa ni ká fi ara wa balẹ̀ ká lè ṣe ara ní oṣù ọwọ́ kí là ń pè ní orílẹ̀-èdè.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ṣebí èdè kan ẹ̀rọ kan ẹ̀yà kan.
Wọ́n mọ̀ ṣe bóun ni mo ti kà lẹ́ẹ̀kan ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ìbí gbogbo alátìrí tí mo kà òkúkú ṣèbí mo kọ́ UNESCO according to the World Heritage Site Ọ̀ṣun Òṣogbo wà nínú ẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé ìtọ́kọ síbẹ̀ ni pé the scare group which is now seen as a symbol of identity for the Yoruba people is probably the last Yoruba culture. Èmi kúkú kọ́ mo kọ́. Àmín. Gbogbo wa lágbára Ọlọ́run la máa jọ délẹ̀ lérí. Ẹ má yẹ kí èèyàn kan kó ṣẹ̀kẹ̀ṣẹ̀kẹ̀ pé rọ́là ń pa. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ó dẹ̀ máa tì wá lẹ́yìn. Thank you so much. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Mo kí gbogbo line here was not very clear but we appreciate because it's not easy in that shit hole country called Nigeria. Let's go straight to the next caller quickly. Number into our lórí screen. Hello caller.
Hello, ẹ kálẹ́ Mr. Queen.
Ẹ kálẹ́ sir.
Olúwa bá wa ṣe yọ láṣeyọrí.
Àmín.
Ẹ ò ní gbèrè ní lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Gbogbo wa náà ni. Ṣé mo nìkan lágbára Ọlọ́run?
Lágbára Ọlọ́run ilẹ̀ yẹn àjọgbá ni.
Àmín.
Jẹ́rí àwọn orú nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yóò lè ṣaláì má ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n mo kàn tẹ̀ láìka àwọn encouragement pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn program yìí pẹ̀lú àwọn nǹkan tá a máa ń gbọ́. Ó máa ń múnú èmi dùn personally. Gbogbo àwọn tí kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí fún púpọ̀ nù èmi pẹ̀lú ẹ̀kan tí yàá jù ẹ̀ lálẹ́ títí ní ìgbẹ́ jẹ́ lọ́gbà dẹ́kọ́dẹ́kùn irọ́ ló ń pa. Ojú àti ẹbí jẹ́ láì láàlọ́ yìí máa wúrọ́. Mo dẹ̀ nígbàgbọ́ ìgbà tí inú mi dẹ̀ wá dùn gbà tí mo rí pé wọ́n ti dín fúnra wọn yẹ́s.
No, that's an old video. Last year video ni Chief Otide. Tó bá dé announcement máa jáde gidi. Testing nìyẹn. Àwọn ọmọ mi ló ń test mic lọ́wọ́ because wọ́n mọ̀ pé wọ́n mọ̀ pàtí wà nínú oṣù tá a tó test mic. Àwọn kan ní a fi ń ṣe camouflage ni. Bí a camouflage ni bí a rìlì ni. Gbogbo alákòókò jọ wà láyé yìí. Ayé yìí ò rẹ̀ tí tàn. Ìyá mi adé máa sọ pé ayé kankan parẹ́ èèyàn náà ló máa lọ ló máa dé so gbogbo àjọ wà nù ẹ ní ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ ṣé bí ẹ̀mí mò ń parọ́ ni bí àṣìfù ló ń parọ́ ni bí àbàbà kékeré ló ń parọ́ ni bí ayọ̀ onítìrì ló ń parọ́ ni gbogbo àmà rí ó kù díẹ̀. náà bá rọ́ jáde nísìn. Ẹ ṣé gan ni thank you so much. Ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀ ẹ má jẹ́ kó dẹ́rùbà yẹn sójà máa pa wá kíní kan máa pa yín irọ́ banta láì òun ni mo ti send the link yẹn síta. Ọ̀ṣun Òṣogbo is part of the World Heritage Site and it is identified as the Yoruba people òun lẹ́ ń wò lẹ́yìn ni and we must now understand that the only option on the table is not 2023. Tabanika sọ̀rọ̀ lórí 1999 constitution is fraud. It does not take you anywhere. 1999 constitution is a fraudulent document. We must not go in line with that. Let's go straight to the next caller quickly. Hello caller, you're live. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò bàbá wa.
Àwọn onísọkúsọ mídíà jákò jàgàjàgàjàgà wọ́n pé àlèṣèpè fún wọn bó ṣe yí wọn mọ́ nìyẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Wọ́n bí tèmi fẹ́ sọ ní pé inú mi dùn fún àwọn àlàyé tẹ̀lé lálẹ́ and à ń retí gbogbo àdìgbáradì.
Ìjọ méjì ti kúrò ń bẹ̀ lẹ́nu agbára Ọlọ́run.
Ó jẹ́ ìpínlẹ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ wọ́n dúró sí ìṣàdámùrò nílé àbí tí mo wà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Bó ṣe rí nìyẹn èèyàn mẹ́fà lè ṣe yẹn èèyàn méje lè ṣe yẹn èrò tó pọ̀ kẹ̀. a máa jẹran ọ̀gbẹ́ intabari la máa jẹ níbẹ̀ títí táwọn bàbá wa máa fi sọ fún wa pé ẹ ṣí ọ̀nà yẹn nítorí pé a ti ní transitional government. ẹ kí wọn kọ́ dẹ́rù báyìí. àmín agbára Ọlọ́run agbára Elédùmarè. Wọ́n mọ̀ tán wọ́n fẹ́ fi dàrin àjò yẹn rú ni. Agbára Ọlọ́run àmín ẹ ṣé gan ni thank you so much. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Countdown ni àwa ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ countdown ní sìn so tó bá tún dọ̀la countdown ni headline tá a máa lò nìyẹn countdown to super rally countdown la wà nínú ẹ̀. kódà tí bá ti lọ sùn tí Ìgbòho bá pè mí pé ká lọ announce àtúnjí àwa announce ẹ̀ because láàrin between now and the end of this month ni so a ti wà ní countdown a ti wà ní alert stage láwà nísìn Nàìjíríà ló máa fi ṣe template tí àgbáyé máa fi mọ̀ pé Africa náà máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ tọ́ wọn officially nígbà tí Yorùbá bá máa pín kúrò nínú ẹ̀ tí Yorùbá máa yọ ara wọn kúrò nínú ibi jágbàjàgbà yẹn ẹ ṣé gan ni thank you so much ẹ jẹ́ káwọn ẹlòmíì tún pè wọlé once again gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé ní gbogbo bọ́dà nínú ilé ní gbogbo ìgbèríko a kí gbogbo yín pátápátá láì fẹ́ nìkankan sílẹ̀ a kí bàbá wa Ìbà Gani Adams a kí àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ OPC hello caller ẹgbọ́n sókè your life. ẹ kalẹ̀ ẹ káàbọ̀ ìtọ́ni.
èmi máa ń sọ fún gbogbo àwọn èèyàn máa ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé ògbólé tẹ̀ ń gbé lọ́tún gbọ́ lọ́sì tẹ bá fẹ́ gbọ́ òdodo ọ̀rọ̀ original ọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n sá lọ sórí péjì Mr. Koiki níbẹ̀ ló ti gbé òdodo ọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo àwọn tó máa ń sọ pé wọ́n sọ pé má gbọ́ wọn ní wípé Yíbò gbé ọmọ Yíbò wọ́n máa wo péjì yín steady ni ọmọ Yíbò kan jẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ tó láti rí ní báwọn ṣe ló máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ pé Yorùbá nation èmi náà lè kàn sọ pé no grey back ọmọ Yíbò yẹn ọmọ ní wọ́n yọ̀ bọ́dà Mr. Koiki I no dey see I never see am money go and check the day. ẹ mọ̀ ní àwọn kan ọyọ káwọn kan ọ̀dà gbogbo pípa ti gbọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ yín kọ́mọ̀ confam ni òní ìdíkẹ́ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa sọ pé wọ́n lọ sórí mídíà kan àwọn ṣé wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ̀ yí pé àwọn mídíà kan wà lọ́yẹ́ pé àwọn yẹn kan business wọ́n kàn já o. so mi mọ nǹkan táwọn èèyàn tó ń wá ìgé ìwọ tó bá fẹ́ gbẹ́dọ̀dọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ lónìí látẹ̀ni lọ máa wá sórí péjì Mr. Koiki èmi ò kí wéṣì dẹ́sà mi fẹ́ ní mídíà kan púpọ̀ yàtọ̀ fún Mr. Koiki èmi ò kí wéṣì dẹ́sà mi fún ẹni mídíà lóbi mi ní tí bá ti gbọ́dọ̀ ní Mr. Koiki mo ti gbọ́dọ̀ ní bàbá tí lọ́dọ̀ wọn máa gbòó mo ti gbọ́ pé nǹkan sí nǹkan bàbá ti sọ pé mi mọ kákáwọn èèyàn wọn tó wá bàbá tún sọ̀rọ̀ ní ìjẹta lórí social media wọ́n tún sọ̀rọ̀ ìjẹta bẹ́ẹ̀ àbí jẹrin náà dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ni bàbá tó sọ̀rọ̀.
tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé àwọn kan wá template ọlọ́dẹ fún wa rí ní template yẹn ó dà pé template yẹn ti sọnù à ń wá lọ́wọ́ báyìí à ń wá template bá ṣe fẹ́ lọ template bá ṣe fẹ́ lọ Africa gan máa mọ̀ pé Yorùbá máa jáde.
bàbá sọ̀rọ̀ kan ní ìjẹta bàbá sọ̀rọ̀ kan ní ìjẹta bàbá ní pé nǹkan tí wọn gbọ́ rí wọn á gbọ́ lẹ́nìí pé Ìgbòho already láti ta property ẹ̀ torí rẹ̀.
mo ń bọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni everybody mọ̀ because wọ́n mọ̀ pé ó ń bọ̀ ni ìbí sọ fún yín pé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì mọ̀ pé Ìgbòho ń bọ̀ èèyàn méjì péré ní gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì bẹ̀rù ní gbogbo Nàìjíríà Nnamdi Kanu àti Ìgbòho that's all any other person gbogbo àwa eré ọwọ́ là ń ṣe lẹ́yìn àwọn méjèèjì eré ọwọ́ ni so ìwọ tó máa sọ pé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì máa lé ẹ mú wọn máa lé ẹ pa gbogbo yẹn irọ́ rẹ̀ àwọn méjèèjì yẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé àwọn méjèèjì yẹn wọ́n ní voice tó tẹ̀lé wọn lẹ́yìn òun là wá so àwọn ògbọ́dọ̀ tó wà máa ṣe iyèméjì a ní láti ṣe iyèméjì níbi tọ́rọ̀ dé àtúnṣe iyèméjì.
bàbá ẹni tí ó bá lójú ẹyọ kan ní obìnrin náà ṣe ẹni tó bá lójú méjì ọmọ ibi tó
mo kí láti Ṣàgámù Mr. Jackson Adéọlá.
ọlọ́pàá pa àwọn kan lẹ́kùn jura wọn lọ àwọn kan bẹ táyé pé wọ́n máa ń fi ojú inú wọn wú wọn la tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́la àtọ̀tún náà wọ́n máa ń fojú
ọba nílẹ̀ Yorùbá.
àwọn kẹ́dẹ̀ wà táyé pé wọn kì í rú ní rárá wọn ò yí nǹkan ọ̀pọ̀
mo kí ẹ miss go thank you ìyá mi ọ̀dọ́ wa.
àbísọ̀ èèyàn kan làwọn kan because ẹlòmídìwọ̀ ìtẹ́lẹ̀ mi máa fi ronú kò kí ronú bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé òun ti ronú kan dáadáa bí ó jẹ́ máa ń ronú kúrò ọmọ dá kan sí láyé ọ̀dọ́ ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ̀ ẹni tó bá ń tẹ̀lé movement láti ilẹ̀ ó yẹ kó máa tọ́ ẹ̀ máa wo ó yẹ kó máa wọ̀ pé báyìí ọ̀rẹ́ fẹ́ wó sí.
wọ́n ti rí gbogbo nǹkan ok nísìn èèyàn kan ṣe lè sọ fún wa pé ìlú kan máa wà tó jẹ́ 34,000 káwa náà máa sọ pàlẹ́ nílùú tiwa ìtàn béèrè ni pé ọ̀nà wo lẹ fẹ́ gbà àwọn bàbá yẹn dẹ̀ ti sọ fún wọn pé a ní jà but wọ́n fẹ́ máa gbọ́ lẹ́nu bàbá yẹn pa máa jà èmi nìkan mo lè máa sọ yẹn pa máa jà mídíà tèmi ló ń sọ yẹn tó ní blẹ̀ gbé wa lọ jà. ẹ lọ máa múra sílẹ̀ Africa Confidential kò ní bàjẹ́ fún àwọn template gbogbo ọmọ tó bá lọ́mọ ní north ẹni kọ́ máa padà bọ̀ nílé mo ní máa sọ yẹn ju ojoojúmọ́ lọ ẹ máa padà bọ̀ yìí tẹ́ ṣe nísìn for now ní school yẹn ẹ sì máa padà bọ̀ náà kátẹ́ tó mọ tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ máa padà bọ̀ mo ṣe ìwé wo ló ń kà ìwé tó kà láti 8 months tó ti school wa náà ṣe ń kàwé kan come back home now ẹ ṣe gan ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹja pé ká lómi sàárọ̀ ẹ ṣe gan ẹ bá ń kí àwọn àtàwọn ọmọ. You have actually been in that knot for the last beginning of this year and it has not worked. Come back home now. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ní ọmọ ní òkè lọ́hùn ẹni kó padà wá sísàlẹ̀ náà ẹni kó padà wá ní tó mọ Amẹ́ríkà sọ pé káwọn ọmọ wọn kúrò Nàìjíríà ìwọ́ṣẹ́ àwọn ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ Koiki pé kí ló fún mi ní guarantee Amẹ́ríkà evacuate àbíṣe kí n tún show yín ní evidence wà náà ibi gbogbo ẹ̀ là ń show yín lójoojúmọ́ ẹ tẹ̀sí máa padà bọ̀ nísàlẹ̀ náà mo kí ẹ ń bẹ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Kọ́lápọ̀ Olódùmarè á ti fún wa ṣe Ọlọ́run ní sọ̀kalẹ̀ àwa tó fẹ́ lò náà ní gbogbo wa gbogbo àgbáyé pátápátá ló máa ń jà fún òmìnira ń ṣe tí àwọn máa sọ pé àní jà fún a máa jà fún pẹ̀lú different skills different ways skills kan lè ní lò lélẹ̀ and my skills is to give you that confidence and that confidence is what we are building on a daily basis in the last 3 years. But when anybody ní kó sọ anything sí tó kàn wá instruction we are waiting for it from Benin Republic.
ẹ kálẹ́ Mr. Koiki.
ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ kú iṣẹ́ náà.
àwa ni ẹ.
Ọlọ́run á máa fún gbogbo wa ṣe.
àmì Elédùmarè.
ó pẹ́ mi tí mo ti because èmi náà táwọn èèyàn wá ń ṣe níbí ìbàdàn fún mi ó lágbára lọ́sàn-án ni mo sọ fún ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan mo ní oṣù yìí ní Yorùbá nation máa stay ó ní ẹ̀ mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ.
adìẹ máa yé.
mo ní lóṣù yìí ni o mo ní kí n ṣọdún tó ń bọ̀ ó ní Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́ mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó kọ́ mo ní sọ ẹ lọ gẹ́rẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo dẹ̀ sọ fún àwọn ọmọ mi náà mo ní ẹni tó bá jáde kẹ́kẹ́ máa mo ní Yorùbá is coming to stay mo ní because gbogbo rádaràda tí àwọn tó ń pera wọn lólórí yẹn ń ṣe pẹ̀lú ìyàtọ̀ olúwa ẹ̀ ń jẹ́ ń bíbà mo ní nù kì í ṣàrẹ̀ mo ní Yorùbá is coming to stay ní oṣù ọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn tún sọ mo ní nínú oṣù yìí ní sẹ́ẹ̀ ó ní mo mí ni ẹ̀ mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ní kì í ṣọdún tó ń bọ̀ mo ní Ọlọ́run lọ́wọ́ sí i.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni Adéwòye our destiny is in our hand God will not come down Ọlọ́run o destiny yẹn ti wà lọ́wọ́ wa
ó máa ṣe é ṣe fún wa
àmì Elédùmarè
ìyà yìí ti tó
ó ti pọ̀jù gan tó jẹ́ pé ó ti tó ó ti pọ̀jù ní ìyá mi 24 ṣé mi tí mo lo 20 èmi tí mo ti lo 20 years kò tí tó tó bá jẹ́ pé o fẹ́ gbé ní UK ni ìwọ lè máa bọ̀ ní UK àwọn ò gbé ní UK mọ́ we are going back home àgbé níbi kankan mọ́ kékeré kan máa disrespect èèyàn wàá máa travel pẹ̀lú Nigerian passport báyìí.
wọ́n máa fún ní 2.5 ìjọba ló fẹ́ gba 10 years pé wọ́n ní ìyà yìí ti tó.
ká fọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yàn yán ká fọ́ pátápátá.
wọ́n ní èmi ò ń wo káàkiri wọ́n ní orí koikimedia lèmi ń lọ wọ́n ní ìbẹ̀dẹ̀ ni mo máa ń dúró wọ́n ní ibẹ̀ ni mo máa ń dúró wọ́n ní nínú oṣù yìí mo ní ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ lọ gẹ́ẹ̀tì nǹkan tẹ́ bá máa jẹ sílẹ̀ o nínú oṣù yìí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ kì í ṣọdún tó ń bọ̀ wọ́n lọ́lọ́run fún wa lọ́dún tó ń bọ̀ ọdún yìí ló fún wa ó dẹ̀ máa ṣe é ṣe kọ́dún tó parí lágbára lọ.
ṣé gan ni ìyá mi
ẹ
ṣé gan ni mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa àtẹ̀yin silent watcher àtẹ̀yin tẹ́ ló ń lo coded account mi tẹ́ fi ń gbọ́ mi confam àtẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń kọ́ ti fídíò àtẹ̀ fi ń jó ẹ̀ ń tọ́ra yín ọ̀run ya bọ̀ ni gbogbo wa wà níta ìyà ń jẹ wá níta ìyà ń jẹ àwọn èèyàn wa nínú ilé àwa ní ká continue bẹ́ẹ̀ ìyá mi gbé mi lékè mo rí yín bẹ́ẹ̀ Fakorode mo kí gbogbo yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí gbogbo yín wá fi pè nọ́mbà yẹn nìyẹn ẹ bá dé pè ká parí ètò ká máa lọ́n tèmi ní sọ́n ti máa sọ. mo sọ fún yín pé àyà ti wá ó kìdélẹ̀ ni ṣé mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn wà níta nísìn tó fẹ́ renew document wọn tó jẹ́ kó renew ẹ̀ ní United Arab Emirates so bẹ́tà ká dàrú nísàlẹ̀ kí wọ́n tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ lè fún wọn náà asylum kan fi sìkí wọn síbẹ̀ ẹ wọ́n mọ̀ pé nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe yìí ó máa help gbogbo èèyàn tó wà níta tó níwèé ẹlòmíì wọ́n kọ́kọ́ fún ẹ ní at least asylum pé because Nigeria ń gbóná lọ́wọ́ ó dẹ̀ láti gbóná because it has been genocide upon killings every day 18 passenger bus was missing in Kogi State and you say you have a governor are you fooling yourself? Thank you so much those of you that are watching us around the globe. Àwa ìran ọmọ aládé àní tí perfected tí ní template àìtí wà organized dáadáa no wọ́n organize Nàìjíríà ní Nàìjíríà rí bó ṣe rí ṣé wọ́n organize Nàìjíríà dáadáa ní Nàìjíríà rí bó ṣe rí everybody knows that Nigeria is not organized bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Maize Gold àwọn silent watcher wọ́n ní comment ọmọ kẹtẹ́ bá comment ẹ máa rí wọn ọ wà báyìí wọ́n wọ̀ mí báyìí nísìnyí wọ́n take note nínú yàrá wọn báyìí wọ́n máa fún ẹ ní kò ẹ̀rọ pa wà máa bẹ̀rù gbogbo yín ni mo sọ fún yín sẹ́ pé instruction máa wá ẹ má gbọ́ mi yé o I have not said anything pé ìyá onítìrì wọ́n ṣe tí wọ́n lọ but instruction ó ń bọ̀ láti Benin Republic instruction yẹn lèmi dúró dè you know so tó bá jẹ́ pé bí ibi ilẹ̀ fìpẹ́ yìí fì sí ibi tó bá wọlé kálukú ló lè fì sí the movement is moving forward nobody kò tí sẹ́ni tó lè dá dúró kò tí sẹ́ni náà instruction pa máa jáde ó máa jáde láti Benin láìpẹ́ inú oṣù yìí náà ni 2 days ti lọ nínú ẹ̀ ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀ yìí yàtọ̀ fún ní Koiki akọ̀ máa jáde akọ̀ máa sọ tó jẹ́ kó mọ̀ a máa sọ tó tí mo mọ̀ ló pọ̀ jù Ìgbòho sọ pé ó ṣú ọ̀dọ́run ni pé àníjáde yẹn ó ṣú ọ̀dọ́run ni ẹ̀mí ti background yẹn ìyá mi ti wọlé ẹ̀mí ti background yẹn náà ẹ̀ka tó máa gbọ́ yẹn náà ní template ṣé dádì ẹni template tó wà ní Nàìjíríà lọ sanwó oṣù fún ẹgbọ́n sókè jàre ìyá alálùbáríkà.
ẹ ṣe bàbá mi Koiki ẹ ṣe gan fún àgbèwá ìkúṣẹ́ ìlú ẹkúṣẹ́ takuntakun mo fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín ni pé ẹ ṣe.
ẹ̀yin sálẹ̀ tí wọ́n ṣe ẹ kíwà ẹ tẹ̀ comment kárí yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan. ó ti dé tàn yá mi ẹ̀rí túnú mi ń dùn oṣù tá a máa rẹ́rìn ni a máa rẹ́rìn gbàrà lédè mọ́. àbú wọn kẹrin pé mo bú wọn látẹjọ́ ìmọ̀ mo bú wọn mọ́ àbú ọba kankan mọ́. King Nerado Asari.
Etí wọ́n ti sí ìran wọn àwọn Fúlàní dábàá wọn láyé tí wọ́n tó ti sí ìran wọn
ẹ ṣe gan ni ẹ bá ń kí gbogbo àwọn grandchildren àwọn èèyàn wà níta kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín àwọn grandma ẹ mọ̀ fún àwọn grandma kọ̀ọ̀kan wà ó kọ̀ fún wọn ní visa ni ọwọ́ adé Amẹ́ríkà ní sí wọ́n ṣe ń wá wì káyìn ìkànnì ẹ̀yìn politicians yẹn wọ́n ṣe wà ń wá ìwé èmi wá jókòó ẹlòmíì ò fẹ́ jókòó sí Amẹ́ríkà yẹn ohun ọkọ máa lọ kọ́ máa bọ̀bọ̀ àwọn ọmọ wọn wà concerned pé mọ́mí ẹ jókòó síbí for now ìyá tó yẹ kó máa move láàrin agboolé ságboolé ẹ mọ̀ pé agboolé lè wà kó ní security kó lómi kó ní look ní láti change gbogbo structure movement wa tó wà ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá all we just need to do is build a standard living for the people standard living là ń béèrè fún ní ká jókòó sínú Nàìjíríà kọ́ Nàìjíríà ní ẹ ṣé jàre ìyá mi comfort àwọn tó gbé super chat lé lórí mo sọ fún yín oṣù yìí oṣù tá a máa rẹ́rìn ni super rally máa jáde and we follow all the necessary instruction that's all hello caller ó ṣì ń connect ni kò wọlé ó yẹ ẹgbọ́n ti wọlé ẹgbọ́n sókè ní kíákíá nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì yín lọ́hùn ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò bàbá wa.
láti Ìlọrin ni.
Ìlọrin.
ara sàmísà Koiki ẹ kú ètò sà.
mo kí gbogbo yín lókè lọ́hùn.
Ọlọ́run padà Ọlọ́run máa dé ilẹ̀ ìlérí.
àti délẹ̀ àti débẹ̀.
ọlá tóbi Ọlọ́run.
inshallah.
sànà padà pẹ̀lú ògbó Ọlọ́run àwọn èèyàn àwọn náà ti rẹ́dí àti Ìlọrin ni mo ti ń sọ̀rọ̀.
wọ́n rí dínkù movement tì.
Ọlọ́run gbàdúrà wa ni. ẹgbẹ́ àwọn náà ti rẹ́dí. à ń retí kí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ kí wọ́n aláti jáde ni.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni nígbà tílẹ̀ Yorùbá bá dúró tán ọmọ ọdún àtẹ̀yìn tí mò ń gbọ́ wọn yẹn ó ní right láti máa gbowó lọ́wọ́ wa ní every week báwọn ọmọ mi ṣe mọ ìtàwọn ọmọ mi ń gbà ẹ jẹ́ sọ fún yín ní náírà àwọn ọmọ tí mo bí ẹ mọ ìtàn gbà every week ìṣirò £20 owó lẹ́nu is $920 àwọn ọmọ mi ń gba 18,000 naira every week ló ń san fún wọn hospital ọ̀fẹ́ ló ń lò bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún yín kò ń ṣoṣo hospital ọ̀fẹ́ ló ń lò school ìwé ló ń lọ ọ̀fẹ́ ni gbogbo tó ń lò pátápátá ọ̀fẹ́ ni ìta ń sọpa àfẹ́ nìyẹn ẹ lè rírú ẹ̀ ẹ mute background ẹ mute tẹ fi gbọ́ mi yẹn ẹ náà gbọ́ tún fi mi gbọ́ mi ẹ mute yẹn. àwọn ọmọ yín tó ń bí ní bíbà tàbí sí bíbà thank you so much ìyá Fọláṣadé Òjò fún super chat yẹn gbogbo wọn lọ ní ẹ̀tọ́ tó dẹ̀ níyẹn òun làwọn náà sọ pé tá a bá dá dúró Abdulfatai ò lè fún ilé ẹ̀tọ́ yẹn mo sọ fún yín pé Abdulfatai current governor yín àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ìlú òyìnbó ìgbà lọ́wọ́ ọ̀gbẹ́ni Kwara state àwọn ọmọ governor yín present one ti Ìlọrin ti Kwara state àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ibi ìbàdàn bí wọn sí I am sure because ibi àìní ìyàwó wà ìyàwó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní Nigerian High Commission ni but nísìn ẹ̀rí Sàràkí nísìn á wálé nísìn á náà fáwọn polówó ó rí láti fọ́ polówó ó pọ́ láti máa gbowó directly látọwọ́ ìjọba ni so gbogbo pé wọ́n náà fún wọn lówó yẹn wọ́n fún wọn lóúnjẹ kí lẹ̀ fún wọn lóúnjẹ fún tí system bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ tí a ti mọ wọ́n rẹ̀ fẹ́ kó ṣiṣẹ́ bìkan tó bá ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn ìyá yẹn wọn ò ní máa tẹ̀lé wọn gbọ̀ngbọ̀ngbọ̀ngbọ̀n mọ́ interface stop nìyẹn.
ní àná wọn kàmpé kan tẹ bá rí bí ṣe ń fi àwọn èèyàn sunkún pẹ̀lú àwọn kébísì ń pa wọn.
deliberate act ni
nítorí náírà kan náírà méjì.
nígbà tẹ́bí bá ń pààyàn ọlọ́mọ yẹ kí yan jọ́njọ́ tẹ́ ẹ̀ ní ìyẹn máa jọ́njọ́ tẹ́ ẹ̀ ní ìyẹn máa jọ́njọ́ tẹ́ ẹ̀ ní. wọ́n náà ṣe empowerment gbogbo gbà ló ń ṣe empowerment tẹ́lẹ̀ tí ọba ti ń bọ̀ wọ́n náà ṣe empowerment ẹ ti deceive àwọn èèyàn wa for years àsìkò tó tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè sọ pé inshallah láṣẹ Èdùmàrè lórúkọ Jésù Kristi torí gbogbo tẹ bá fi ń deceive àwọn èèyàn nìyẹn pé ẹ má bá mùsùlùmí ṣe o má bá oníṣẹ̀ṣe ṣe irọ́ ni gbogbo yẹn láti àti identify ẹ̀ pé ìyẹn kọ́ ni problem wa ni pé àìtí ìráyé gbé nínú Nàìjíríà bàdẹ̀ ṣe lè ráyé gbé ni pé ká dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè à ń ṣe political party ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi ní Kwara State nílọrin mo kí ṣífù mam níbẹ̀ mo kí bàbá gẹ́gẹ́ ojú mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ wà ní gbogbo bẹ̀ mo ń gbọ́ yín.
ẹ jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ kankan fún yín sẹ́ẹ̀rí gbogbo ráìsì tí wọ́n ń bó lọ́nà ilẹ̀ tápà ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ àṣírí fún yín sáìdì ọ̀nà ìgbẹ́tì ọ̀nà ibẹ̀ wọ́n ti ń kó wọlé. àwọn ọkọ̀ kan bẹ ten tire tó bá data pólìbò èmi lè sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lálẹ́ dèdè wòyí báyìí nísìn ẹ̀ẹ́dì wọ́n mọ̀ kó kọjá ní àwọn ráìsì tí wọ́n wà lè po ilé Haúsá tó bá po ilé Haúsá wọ́n wà máa kó bọ̀ wá padà wọ́n wà máa ní ráìsì Nàìjíríà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá sì ni wọ́n èdè kó jáde.
kábíyèsí ológun máa rẹ.
ọ̀nà káyọ̀ mọ́ ọ̀nà kí ló kọ rẹ̀ mẹ́ ọ̀nà ibẹ̀ wọ́n ti máa ń kó wá. sẹ́rí abamọ́là tí wọ́n máa ń gbé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni wọ́n ti gbé àwọn mọ́là ní gbé àwọn ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni wọ́n ti gbé kì í ṣe ilẹ̀ Haúsá wọ́n ti kó wá. lẹ́yìn àlùbọ́sà àti màlúù ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni wọ́n ti kó wá irọ́ ni wọ́n pa àwọn mọ́là ni wọ́n gbé ibì kan bẹ tá a bá déjẹ́ bá àwọn ayé àwọn ọ̀nù báyìí ilẹ̀ Haúsá àwọn Haúsá ni wọ́n kú bẹ́ẹ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá sì ni wọ́n ti gbé wọ́n máa máa dákọ̀ ata ilẹ̀ Haúsá kì í ṣe ilẹ̀ Haúsá ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni kẹ́rin máa gbá lọ́rọ̀ ajé púpọ̀ ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá.
nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ọ̀dà ìdí tó ti fẹ́ ka lọ náà nìyẹn ẹ bá ń kíyàwó ẹ bá ń kí àwọn ọmọ ká túbọ̀ máa múra sílẹ̀ ọjọ́ náà àti ọjọ́ méjì tí lọ́nà ẹ̀ báyìí ojú gbogbo wa ló máa ṣe kò ní sẹ́yìn wa ẹ ṣe gan ni inshallah wa qudratillah thank you so much tó bá jẹ́ pé tàbá tí àdá ló mọ̀ sá àwọn bàbá confam àwọn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ àdúrà pé all our corrupt leaders must die àwọn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ àdúrà yẹn ntí wọn náà bá mọ̀ tètè bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ n tún padà lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá wa tó tún pè náà ìlú Ìlọrin náà làwọn náà ti ń pè gbogbo wọn lọ́nà àwọn need support wọ́n ti so mí lọ́rùn títí wọn ní kò lówó kọ̀ọ̀kan mọ́ tàbí fi support anybody láì níyàn ọ̀dà kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ kí ló dé nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì yẹn ò dá rárá ṣe tún gbọ́ nǹkan míì nínú ilé ni network ìtò tó nǹkan òní gbogbo mo fẹ́ fi fídíò kan wọ̀nyí sórí ìwọ tó rò pé máa níná ní Nàìjíríà mo pàdé bọ̀bọ̀ kan lórí Instagram ẹ jẹ́ n lọ mú fídíò yẹn jáde ó ní in another 40 years ẹ lè rí ná máa lọ mú fídíò yẹn jáde nísìn ẹ ṣe mo kí gbogbo àwọn ìyàwó mi mo kí àwọn ọmọ mi mo kí ìyá tó bí mi lọ mo dẹ̀ tí ì lóko ìyá mi lálẹ́ yìí táà pé yàn busy lálẹ́ yìí hello caller ẹ ti wọlé hello a gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣe sùúrù pẹ̀lú àwọn tó ń pè láti ilé because of the network mo kí gbogbo àwọn olólùfẹ́ wa àṣẹ mídíà tí àní lè sọ bó ṣe ń lọ kàkà pé mo ti rí fídíò yẹn máa lọ mú fídíò yẹn jáde nísìn gbogbo a máa gbọ́ tẹ bá gbọ́ nǹkan tí bàbá yẹn sọ tẹ bá gbọ́n tó sọ tó bá rò pé bí a Nàìjíríà máa níná 40 years from now ò lè rí ná gbogbo àwọn tó wà ní Dubai fi wálé gbogbo àwọn tó wà ní Oman fi wálé àwájọpọ̀ síta à ń ṣiṣẹ́ bíi kúrú à ń fọbọ́ ní McDonald's ẹni sùn ẹ má bínú à ń fọbọ́ nínú McDonald's à ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní restaurant ẹ wá ní ká wà níta odidi orí ọmọ aládé àìrọ́lẹ́pa super rally inú oṣù yìí náà ni ẹgbọ́n sókè ẹ̀gbọ́n mi mo mọ̀ pé láti bíi Dubai bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ti ń pè.
láti Dubai ni o ẹ wo àti ẹ bí báwa táwa ń Dubai gan láti ẹ̀ nídìí Yorùbá nation I need any other person lọ because for the past kí n sọ pé láti 2020 kan dẹ́dẹ̀dẹ̀ tó ju wá rí bí kò kéré. Kí láǹfààní èèyàn dẹ̀ wá ń lò yìí for almost 4 years wà láìpàlà kò ní 200,000 naira tó wù Nàìjíríà ṣe devalue tó kò ní 200,000 kan lákàntì. Ìjẹ́ ṣe pé bóyá kò fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ àmọ́ nígbà tí wọ́n fún yàn níwèé gbèlú ẹjọ́ wà sí níwèé gbèlú lẹ́ẹ̀ta ètò àti ṣiṣẹ́ tó ní ó ṣe wá rí kí.
Kábíyèsí elédùnmọ́ rẹ̀.
Àmọ́ still náà láti bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ilé ìgbọ̀n ò ṣe ń lọ.
Ìlékẹ̀ ẹni sùúrù ṣe mọ̀ pé ìyá tí wọ́n interview ní ṣé Ìdànrè ìkànnì náà lọ ṣe ní last week àwọn ọmọ wa ní Saturday last week tí ìyá yẹn sọ pé àwọn ọmọ òun kan lọ bí ọdún pé àwọn ọmọ yẹn lọ sí Dubai tó dá wọn padà wá sílé pé ẹ lọ tún ìlú tí náà ṣe ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè.
Ìlú mi gangan lẹ́ ń sọ yẹn Ìdànrè yẹn ìlú mi ni. Ẹ wo ọ̀rọ̀ wa ìlú yìí ó ti kọ mo tún fẹ́ fún yín ní latest information tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí nísìnyí níbi tí wọ́n frustrate wa dé ìlú yìí nígbà tó ń stop working permit wọ́n fún wa ní working permit tí ò náà tán ipá àlọ́ pé àtúnṣe yẹn ń dúró nísìnyí báyìí àwọn CID ń wọlé house to house.
wọ́n gbé yín ó máa ṣe o wọ́n á kọ́kọ́ lọ gbé yín lọ sí detention camp ó máa ṣe o.
Most especially our Nigerians. Tabata sọ̀rọ̀ Nigerians in diaspora. Yoruba àti Igbo ni. Hausa ò kì í travel. Fulani ò kì í travel.
All hail Biafra. Má ṣe o.
Tabata fẹ́ travel. Wọ́n lọ kàwé ni wọ́n wá ṣiṣẹ́ irúṣẹ́ táwa ń ṣe bí. So ó ti sún wa ní.
Thank you Julius Tosin.
The no ramification ló ti sún wa. Àbúrò mi ó wá sí Dubai more than 7-8 months. Ìgbà tó sún mi tí mo ní pé iṣẹ́ more than 8 months ni mo bá padà pé kó ṣàmà lọlé.
ó bẹ́ta ẹ wá jẹ́ kí n bí ní kankan ṣẹ́rí àwọn èèyàn máa ń rò pé wọ́n ò ríṣẹ́ yẹn pé kí lẹ mí pé wọ́n ò ríṣẹ́ mo kàn fẹ́ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wa ṣe analysis yẹn kékeré díẹ̀ máa dìde lórí chair mi ẹ̀yin lẹ́ máa tẹ́ bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ mo ní gbọ̀bọ̀ máa gbọ́ ní background tá a bá ń sọ pé àwọn èèyàn ò ríṣẹ́ ní ìlú kan bẹ́ẹ̀ ń ṣe wà ní Dubai àwọn èèyàn máa kí ni bá gẹ́rẹ́ àjọ tẹ́ ẹ bá débẹ̀ máa ríṣẹ́ ẹ bá mi ṣàlàyé fún wọn mò ń bọ̀.
àìríṣẹ́ nílùú yìí kì í ṣe pé bóyá bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ni pé number one náà tó affect wa nílùú Dubai ń bì ní pé Nigerian government impact Nigerian government lórí àwọn àtàjẹ́ citizen Nigeria nílùú ìgangangan ló ń affect wa kì í ṣe pé báyẹn níṣẹ́ ṣe stars tó ní Dubai àpé àríṣẹ́. Èmi tí mo bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ yìí mò ń ṣiṣẹ́ ibi tí mo ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ wọ́n retain mi síbẹ̀ yẹn pẹ̀lú visit visa mi pé kí n máa ṣiṣẹ́ mi lọ nígbà tán láìkí lóyún tí mo ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ tó mo ti kọ́kọ́ ṣiṣẹ́ bí kan tí visa mi ti expire kó tó di pé mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣẹ́ ń bẹ̀ yẹn but mo wá ń ṣe visa change lọ nígbà tó yá wọ́n block visa change fún visit visa gan kò tó wá sí visit visa mọ́ ok nígbà tó wá dé stage kan which is a very very great risk fún company yẹn gan ọ̀ọ́lá pé wọ́n láìkí ìdúgbò tí mo ṣe handle duty mi tí mo ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ mi and so wọn lọ́pṣọ̀n wọn láti retain mi síbẹ̀ nígbà tó wá dé stage kan tó wá di pé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ìlú yìí wọ́n wá tún prioritize àwọn companies yẹn pé wọ́n bá ìgbà tó ti ń try àti ilé gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ Nàìjíríà.
ṣe pé tó bá ní the right document kọ́ máa fine company yẹn bó ṣe ń ṣe ní UK náà nìyẹn.
wọ́n máa fine company dídán ni.
now ẹ má bínú pé mo kọ́ tí ó ní kankan tí mo fẹ́ tún mú jáde àti get point yẹn ṣe rí tá bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa documentation now tẹ́yìn ti jáde èmi ti jáde ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ máa tún máa béèrè pé bọ́tẹ́ ibi bá díje bó òde nísìn má kọ̀rí má là má rí àtẹ̀mọ́tí who is who má rí ọmọ Igbo má rí who is who ìkíni important of documentation because bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wà nísìn bó bá rìn gbèrègbèrè níbi tó wà yẹn ìwọ náà mọ bó ṣe máa kí ló ń pè ní documentation ẹ bá mi ṣàlàyé fáwọn èèyàn wa.
documentation níbi tí documentation lágbára dé nílùú yìí tó jẹ́ pé tí ọlọ́pàá ò ní ìdàtí tẹ́lẹ̀ èèyàn káàkiri bóyá èèyàn ṣe àyèyàn gbogbo àkàn tí ò ṣe kìíní ọlọ́pàá ò ní ìdàtí máa ní àwọn wa káàkiri ibi tó ń gbé láti máa lọ bí ìgbẹ́ kíní kan ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà tí àbúrò mi padà lọlé first day tó arrive tó dé sílùú yìí capturing kan ṣe fún ní airport pé tó fi stamp ẹ̀ yín.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ọjọ́ tó fẹ́ padà gangan so because nígbà tó ti ṣe bí o ti ní pépà mọ́ so mo ní láti lọ pín ẹ̀ ní immigration the same picture tó fi capture ẹ̀ nígbà tó wọlé òun náà ní láti òun náà lò sórí pépà yẹn nígbà tó fẹ́ jáde padà òun ni wọ́n lò sórí pépà nígbà tó fẹ́ jáde padà which is ọjọ́ tó ti wọlé yẹn not still for that.
Olajire, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it.
So if there is anything to go wrong, one fix it down. So documentation was very, very important. So everybody, everything on monitor.
Yeah, 29 days to go. Yeah. So now, tí a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ documentation yẹn, ó tún wá fẹ́ gbé mi lọ sí immigration. Kí ni important immigration nílùú tẹ̀yìn wà yẹn? Iṣẹ́ wo ni immigration ń ṣe tẹ̀yìn ti rí pé àṣẹ gbogbo tèmi kan máa ń káàkiri ọbẹ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá tí máa ń lọ tí máa ń rí oríṣiríṣi àwọn tí yàn tẹ̀ mọ̀ ládùúgbò wa. Now kí lẹ understand as immigration fún àwọn èmi náà mo kàn fẹ́ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gbogbo wa ní o mo dákẹ́.
Immigration ìlú yìí kódà most things tí àwọn Nigerian government tí ọlọ́pàá máa léyàn kiri lórí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ everything iṣẹ́ immigration ni kò kàn ọlọ́pàá rárá. ó ṣe pé okay iṣẹ́ immigration ni nígbà kò dọ́dọ̀ ọlọ́pàá ìlú yìí as a matter of fact ọlọ́pàá ìlú yìí ò ráyè kó wọn léyàn káàkiri àwọn kan máa ń patrol káàkiri ni bóyá kò sí problem láàrin ìlú bóyá kò sí kankan but anything tó bá ti ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú documentation iṣẹ́ immigration nìyẹn pé bóyá o fẹ́ ṣe visa ni o fẹ́ ní any kind of visa because I need many type of visa nílùú yìí so any kind of tó bá ti dánmọ́ documentation ìwé ibiṣẹ́ ni o àwọn lónìí yẹn so tí èèyàn bá wá commit crime kankan nílùú yìí tó tán bá fẹ́ capture nìyẹn easily ọ̀dọ̀ immigration kankan ló máa ṣe major iṣẹ́ tó pọ̀ jù ń bẹ̀ because immigration ti máa gba information jáde tó máa ti gba information jáde easily ni wọ́n máa locate ẹ̀ nìyẹn.
Now ìtì mo wá tó wá fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ká tó parí conversation bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí mò ń ṣí UAE ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ á máa rò pé àwọn tó ń lọ fún tourism àtẹni tó lọ ṣiṣẹ́ kí ni ìyàtọ̀ because bíyàn bá lówó èèyàn lè lọ ní ìlú kó lọ jayé kó padà ẹ bá mi sáré ṣàlàyé ẹ̀ fún àwọn tí wọ́n rò pé ẹ̀gbọ́n tó sọ̀rọ̀ jágbàjágbà ló ń sọ jáde ṣe bá ara wọn tó ń àárín Davido àárín DJ Copy àárín àwọn ọmọ olówó tó ń lọ ṣe kí ni ìyàtọ̀.
ní Nàìjíríà ti sọ pé gbogbo ẹni tí lẹ́yìn àwọn celebrities àtàwọn tó jẹ́ politician yẹn nìkan ló ń travel on tourist pé wọ́n lọ enjoy but àwa táwa jẹ́ ordinary citizen nílùú yẹn a travel ìyàtọ̀ wà ní pé yàn travel a escape ni we are escaping from Nigeria and travel nígbà pé n tó ń mú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ sá kúrò ní Nàìjíríà ni pé consumption mọ̀ nígbà tá a ti wo wájú tó ti gbé àti wo ẹ̀yìn tó ti gbé pé ókè ibo ló ti látún lè gbé ta a sá kúrò lórí ni so everybody here escape ni. So and the easiest way ibi tó easy jù láti ti wọ̀ fún wa òun làwọn Arab countries yìí.
Okay, wow.
Is one of them. So téèyàn bá and the easiest way téèyàn lè fi wọ̀ ni visit their visa yẹn.
Tíyàn bá wá dé sálẹ̀ ìyẹn ṣe máa wá ní tó máa fi tán yẹn padà.
Exactly téèyàn bá ṣe fi tourist visa wọ̀ bí ìtàn ló ṣe máa ọ̀ṣun bó ṣe
so kò ń ṣe pé torí ẹ fi tourist wọlé nísìn ẹ wá lọ ń ṣe skyping bá ṣe máa rí táwọn Davido àwọn ọmọ olówó nǹkan kan yẹn kò ń ṣe pé iná lọ síbi ìyẹ̀pẹ̀ yẹn.
ẹ jẹ́ wá sọ kankan fún yín ẹlòmíì bá débì tó bá débì tán lẹ́yìn first month yẹn tó bá ti ríṣẹ́ láàrin first month tó fi dé yẹn àti second month yẹn lọ ìyá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń jẹ́ nítorí yóò bá ti ríṣẹ́ kùtù bó ṣe máa rí bill house rent tán.
Ṣé pé èèyàn lè gbélé ọ̀fẹ́ lọ́hùn? Ṣé pé ẹ lè gbélé ọ̀fẹ́ lọ́hùn?
Gbogbo nǹkan tó bá yí pátápátá from A to Z kò sí nǹkan ọ̀fẹ́ mẹ́rin.
Bọ̀ ṣe bí wọ́n náà ń fresh ọba rí lórí Facebook ẹ má bínú pé question yìí pọ̀ díẹ̀ nígbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ lọ gba visa náà ni.
Reason ni
okay
àwọn wà òkè.
ibi tẹ ṣe rí ibi tẹ mẹ́nu dé yẹn ẹ má ìka tún mẹ́nu ẹ lọ wo ibi tí mo ti fẹ́ play nísìn àwọn tó ní Nàìjíríà máa develop ẹ̀yin náà farabalẹ̀ lọ wo ibi tí bọ̀bọ̀ yìí ti ń sọ pé 40 years from now ẹ lè rí iná ní Nàìjíríà iná dẹ̀ lọ fi ń gbé gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́yìn bá wa sọ ní Dubai yẹn ẹ ṣe gan fún gbogbo analysis yẹn gbọ́n mi thank you so much ẹ ṣe gan ni ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo àjọ wo fídíò yìí ó máa take some few minutes ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ pè ẹ ṣe sùúrù let's enjoy this together èmi náà ṣe wò lánàá ni.
The problem is not about power generation. Power generation is very cheap. You know, it doesn't take time to install. We're actually generating 4,000 megawatts in Nigeria right now, and we can only distribute 3,000 megawatts. Our major problem right now is power distribution. We do not have enough main substations, okay, that can actually download this power, step it down, okay, and then send to local substations that can send them to your home and your little factories. Here's the thing: your appliance. Your appliance that you are probably watching this video on now, the TV, or the other appliances in your home, from your refrigerator to your standing fan, EDC, are all designed to be powered by 240 volts maximum, 220, 230, 240. Okay. Well, the current varies actually. Okay. You do have some, small industries. We don't have heavy industries, but we do have some industrial complexes in Nigeria that actually ended up to about, say, 400 volts. Okay, but here's the thing: you need to understand the science of electricity. Now, power generating plants actually produce power at about 6 to 25 kilovolts. 1 kilovolt is 1,000 volts. You need 240 in your home. Okay, let's keep it domestic for now, which is the most important thing right now. Okay, now you cannot connect that three-phase power at 25,000 volts to your home. You're gonna burn it down. Okay, so then it doesn't even stop there. Now this power has got to be transported hundreds and hundreds of miles away. So you get a transformer, and then you step it up to about 400 kilovolts. Okay, and now you can transport that across Nigeria through super grade to other power stations. Okay, then with that transformer or from the other power station, okay, you can now step it down to about 132 kilovolts. You still cannot send that to somebody's home yet. Now, this 132 kilovolts has got to go to a grid substation. We don't have enough of those in the country. We're going to come back to that, okay? Then, from the grid substation, all right, they now still have to step it down to about 11 kilovolts before they can send them to your local substation within your Lekki, Ikoyi, Phase 1 or whatever, okay, right? Then it is from then your local substation, okay, will now be able to now give you the required voltage for your home. 400 volts 3-phase to a small industry, okay, or share the load at 220, 230, to your homes. Here is the thing, okay? Now, this, grid substation we're talking about are very expensive. They take time to build. We should have started building this fence from the 1960s, okay, when our population was down to about 45 million. Now there are 200 million people in the country, okay, and now we do not even have, enough grid substation, and substations and local substations around dotted around the country to distribute this power. So if you now, install more power generating plants in the country, you're just wasting them because you're not going to be able to have enough distribution companies to distribute them. And this will cost 100 times more than building power plants, coal power plants, nuclear power plants, or whatever. Okay, well, let's never talk about the nuclear power plants right now. With all the crazy terrorists in the country right now, you don't want to have a nuclear reactor anywhere in Lagos or Abuja. Or forget about it. Okay, let's just keep it to gas-fired plants and maybe coal. Okay, for now. But even with that, okay, if we want to actually continue with this kind of power stations, okay, then even if we have the money, which we don't have, to be able to have enough of those, grid substations around the country, okay, say we have all that billions and billions of dollars right now, it's still going to take about 35 to 40 to 50 years to be able to have them dotted around all over the country to be able, okay, to electrify Nigeria, okay, electrify every home and every business premises and all the industries with uninterrupted power supply, okay, it's going to take that long, 40 years to 50 years to be able to achieve that. So if you are there hoping that someday somebody's going to turn this around and that in our lifetime we're going to be able to have uninterrupted power supply for the national grid, you are deluded. Sorry, I don't want to be rude, okay, but that is the truth. It's not going to happen in our lifetime. Okay? You need to understand the science of electricity to be able to understand this, okay? And for those of you who are not engineers, I've tried to break it down as much as possible for you to understand. Power distribution is our problem, not power generation. Okay?
Our own nation, the sound is back. Thank you so much, King Mirado. When we have our own nation, it will be very, very easy to deal with these problems. The sound is back. Rather than us continue to be in Nigeria, knowing fully well that Nigeria is not going to give us power. So why should we then remain in Nigeria? Why tí a gbọ́dọ̀ dúró sínú Nigeria? KPC máa sọ fún yín pé àwọn máa tanná fún yín, knowing fully well that the 1999 Constitution. Okay, I'm going to share the link of the video. Let me remove these, but let's finish watching it. I think it's still got about a few more minutes left.
And then for the entire nation, to actually electrify the entire nation like Nigeria, we're going to be needing 130,000 megawatt minimum.
Well, I don't want to hold Bishop Adesina because I want to one. The last time I did ask, I've not checked with him. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Okay, all right, go ahead now, and we will have live with us, Bishop Adesina. I share a link video here for the benefit of those of you that wants to go and watch it. It is worth listening. Only Nino, politician forget about it. But we can give you a light in the Yoruba nation because it will become. Bishop, take over.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now, the power distribution, it's not on its own affirmity, or let me just say as if is a substance on its own, because it's under operation. What makes power distribution a problem is what we should talk about, the
policy, they intentionally make the policy whereby power, nobody can generate electricity.
Okay.
No, you must, even if you use your money as a state governor or as an investor, you invest in one part of the state and you generate electricity, you must send whatever you generate to a national grid.
Bí àpẹẹrẹ tí Lagos bá generate iná tiẹ̀, ó kọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ dá padà sí Abuja, sí national grid. Okay, à ń gbọ́ yín bàbá, ẹ gbóhùn sókè.
That national grid.
Ẹ má bínú Bishop torí àwa tá a dá kọ́kọ́ mọ̀, ṣé ìtorí òfin burúkú 1999 constitution yìí náà ni gbogbo eléyìí ni àbí báwo?
Yes, exactly.
Mo kàn mọ́mọ́ ni torí kò yé mi ni o, ẹ má bínú kó lè yé gbogbo àwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé wa.
And that's why I said that power distribution is not just in its entity. There is a policy that makes the power distribution a problem. Because power distribution shouldn't be a problem. There is a policy that makes the power distribution, you now look at people in charge of the power distribution as
link yẹn láti fi sórí media ẹ̀ tó ń béèrè link. Agbọ́n yín o.
As if they have fish brain. As if, and even if you bring the best intelligence to come and handle that aspect of distribution, they will still flop. Everything will still flop because of the policy that all electric generation in the nation must flow to the national grid. And when they now get to the national grid, somebody somewhere who didn't know where the electricity come from will now determine where they should supply so kilowatt to kilowatt to this place, so kilowatt to that place. In all the north and the J, they supply light to the J. The J is enjoying light constantly. Even Benin Republic, that Nigeria is supplying light, they supply light to them constantly because they are paying Nigeria.
Okay.
But I don't know of the J.
Okay.
They are paying. But Nigeria that owns the electricity, they cannot supply consistent light to this. I don't know about north to the south here. You don't have light. There was a time Governor Raji Fashola applied to the federal government to give them a residual to give them a concurrent benefit on that power, so that Lagos State can generate its own light and give light to its own people. Raji Fashola said that a coal can produce light that will take care of the entire Lagos State and also give Ogun State light. But they told him that he can't do that. That the law says whatever he generates, you should send it to the national grid. So it's like a waste. Okay, if I need 5 kVA and I have resources to generate 10 kVA, and you are telling me my 10 kVA, I should send it to you because you say you are my boss. And if I send the 10 kVA to you, I need 5 kVA, I have excess, and you are saying to me that you will send 3 kVA back to me. That's madness. That I will not invest in that thing. So let it just be the way it is. And this is the problem of distribution that the man is talking about. There is nothing you can do about the distribution if the policy of sending whatever you produce to the national grid is still there, and they are not interested in changing it. So when we have our own nation, we will give right to every investor, every division, or every
Láti distribute.
To produce and distribute to anywhere you want to. Then, if you now feel that you want to send to national grid, send to national grid,
because there will be many alternative marketers. You have MTN now. You have Airtel. You have Glo. You have many.
So competition Mawa.
Competition Mawa. People will choose grid or electric service that they want.
Okay.
And could you see all this wire? Everything will be underground. Everything will be underground, and it will be, you don't need to pay for meter. Meter is the property of the electric company. The electric company will come to your house and put the meter, and you just need to go and buy recharge card the way you buy recharge card for your phone and charge your electricity, and that's all.
Decentralization. So I want to feel like all this is going to happen in their lifetime should we remain in Nigeria. Looking at the fraudulent document called 1999 Constitution. Somebody's also asking a question.
The same problem they feel that when somebody get to that place, you cannot do anything with so far it is that constitution you want to go and sit upon. The people that make those policies, they know what they are doing, and the day you know that it is that policy, it is that constitution that is the problem, and you say you want to change it, you will know the people that will rise up to you. Then you will know that you are powerless. There is nothing you can do until that constitution is changed.
Okay.
So we need to know that we need to leave Nigeria so that we can plan our life. It doesn't take too long to fix all those things. How long does it take Israel to turn all these places? How long does it take Georgia, the country that came out from Russia, when Russia cut all the electricity because they are now independent country? They built up from the scratch. Many of us want to travel there today. You see, up to 30 years. So it is policy. It's not. It is not.
Bishop, one more question.
Okay.
For those that are concerned that a rally that we are clamoring for is going to disrupt businesses, is going to, people are scared, people are concerned, people are worried.
Did they hear that a king was kidnapped yesterday?
There was ball.
You are talking about business or something disrupting business until they come and kidnap you in your house. What are you talking about? Everybody should stay wherever you are. Whatever you have, you hit it. Or whatever they will provide, they will distribute for you and try not to manage your life. Go and get water and dry food. Something is about to happen. They are telling you are saying you really want to disrupt market. We want to be selling market in a war. They brought what to your doorstep. You want to be selling market. People don't know what they
is only when you are alive you can think of a business. And to business.
Wọ́n rò wípé nítorí a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation òun ni wàhálà ṣe fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀. Wọ́n mọ̀ wípé wàhálà fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀. Òun ni ó tún wá fún wa ní advantage láti tẹ̀sán pé a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation. So a lè dínkù.
Ẹ ṣe gan ni. Bishop Utibami ṣe analysis here. I did ask for a phone for him, but I'm not sure whether he's been able to get one. I'm going to ask him tomorrow, and then I'm going to come back and tell us. We are still asking for those of you that wants to support. There's still a lot of things that we are planning to do on our own timeline. This is my timeline. Kilo mean by timeline. Timeline is when we're doing. Oh, what I'm saying is timeline. People will come back and watch it, and they will do whatever they want to do with it, for the next future. So Town Kobani, they are not interested in the rally because they are not sure. I am sure there's going to be a rally, and we are still asking for your support, either directly to the people on the ground. Or if you think that, I will give my support to this platform to go and help us do whatever they can do in their own little ways, we will appreciate it. And if it doesn't come, it's still not a problem. It cannot stop the rally. So we are 2 days out of the date of the rally today. So our headline will not change. It does not matter. Avitibani, any other news that is really urgent, I will stick to this headline that we have used today, which is countdown to our Yoruba Nation Super Rally have now started before the end of this month, December. And it can trigger between now and the end of this month. If anybody says it's not going to happen, it's entirely up to them to say that. For those that are asking for a constitution, there has not been any constitution, but there was a template, a proposed constitution that was put together by a particular group. Is on our website on koikimedia.com. When you go there, you'll be able to find that proposed constitution. You can read it. It is not the official constitution. People are asking, okay, tẹ́ bá jáde fún rally, tẹ́ bá wá jáde, kí ló máa wá ṣẹlẹ̀? Let me say this. Thank you so much, Cynthia Maxwell. I appreciate the comment as well. I have been, a lot of you talk to me behind the scene, say I should be very, very calm at this very stage, and I am trying to be calm as much as possible. But sometimes you need to hit the wall so that those that you are communicating with, they can listen, whether directly or indirectly. I don't have any problem with any one of us. I don't show Yoruba Nation. No. My problem are the Nigerians, politicians that have hold our bondage, that have think that they are invisible, they are untouchable. Tomorrow, we are taking again another rally straight into Akoko. Adúpẹ́ fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ lọ sí Ọ̀wọ̀, akí bàbá wa Chief Imam, mo kí bàbá wa Gbénga, Pastor Gbénga, mo kí ìyá wa Jagun. That woman is walking flatted. Adúpẹ́ fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá wa service mọ́tò wọn. The vehicle is up and running, is doing what it's meant to do. People are still asking for all kind of support, which I cannot give them or guarantee them. Some of those support are very, very sensitive. I'm sure you know what I mean. But all I can say to those of us that have communities, communicate. Look, it is not just one person in the state. Even if we have coordinators there, does not mean that the coordinator can work everybody in that state. Just as we're saying support our no, does not mean we can get to everybody in our local government. Osun State alone, as an example, have about 30 local government. That is a lot of local government. But among the diaspora, we have people that are from that 30 local government. Are you communicating with your own relative? Láti sọ pé níjọ́ rally, ẹ kò dáná fáwọn èèyàn, ẹ kò ṣe this, ẹ kò ṣe that. I'm sure you know how you were doing that prior to now. Let us make our people comfortable as much as possible. We call it perfect for the super rally, but we can try. And that is why, Babawa, Professor Akintoye said in October 8th, during that interview, he granted, to a particular group that I was inside, and he said, and I quote, when he was asking a lot of questions, I'm just going back to my record there, again, and he says, and I quote, this was on the 8th of October, and again, I'm going to read out tonight, just as we've done, but for now, tomorrow is going to be in Omoluka, Akoko, where Omoluka and his team will be giving us, the best of, this was what actually happened earlier. I had a system crash. It is normal. Sometimes it is not normal, but I cannot do anything to that. In the system is crash. So Lola Lagbara Eledumare on the 3rd. The time now is 10:34 p.m. Mukiwa Lata. Please let me have your number. The number is +44 74 04405917 for that person asking the number. Muki, Mr. Tahid Yusuf. Those of you on the Instagram, there's somebody writing a lot of comments, and I wish I can read it. It says, just 2 days ago in Okokomaiko, a Yoruba man was killed by an Hausa man and nothing happened. That is Nigeria for you. Thank you so much for that comment. Moki gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà lórí Instagram. Moki bàbá wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí Chief Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho, Akíyàwá Chief Mrs. Odúpẹ́ Onítìrí, ẹ̀kúṣẹ́ takuntakun. a kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí a mọ̀ sí akíkanjú láti bàbá wa alága, mo kí ambassador ní Canada, mo kí ajagun, mo kí Queen B, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà ní different organization, putting the dot together. It has not been a perfect movement, but we can push the final push, and until we are content being pé àwọn rally wo tún lélẹ̀ tó ń lọ yìí, money, nobody has asked them to stop any rally that is ongoing right now until the super rally is announced this month. So lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti organize rally. They are not easy, they are quite expensive, but we are giving glory to the Almighty Allah and Almighty Eledumare and Jesus Christ for making it possible. Let's go to the next caller. Hello caller, you're live. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Àwa nìyẹn.
Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ o, I appreciate yín o, láti lọ́sí o.
Thank you so much.
Ẹ ṣe gan-an. In fact, bí o bá ṣe rí information táwọn agitators àwọn bíi ti yín báyìí kan jáde tí wọ́n fún ọmọ Yorùbá, ó really help gan-an. Really help. Tọkàn wọn bá ti fẹ́ pọ̀ rúrú tó ń tẹ̀lé mí fẹ́ parẹ́ gan ní Nàìjíríà, ó pé jẹ́ ń lọ sórí Koiki, jẹ́ ń lọ sórí ibi jẹ́ ń tẹ̀ lọ́pọ̀ kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ọ̀mí ìdè àwọn òpin jọ̀wọ́ ni ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo nǹkan tó ń gbọ́ ó rẹ̀ láìsí wọn. Ẹ pé lot of Yorùbá náà ló kàwé, wọ́n wé ọjọ́ dà, wọ́n ń gbọ́, wọ́n ń rí i pé wọ́n ń fólò ẹ̀ àkótọ́ ni. Ó kẹ́ oró ìtẹ̀síọ́ lálẹ́ ìsìn nípa àkíní tẹ̀ gbé jáde nípa ní bàbá Haúsá yìí tó ti sọ sí ilẹ̀ ìgbéyà ṣe náà pàdánù.
Màláfíà Obadia, bẹ́ẹ̀ni Ọlọ́run nìkan ló mọ̀. Ìbá Àbújá hospital náà ló kú sí, kò sí nǹkan tó lè ṣe, wọ́n lè fún anything jẹ níbẹ̀.
So mo tún fẹ́ make reference ṣe last caller ní nípa security. Canada ni mo ti ń sọ̀rọ̀.
Okay, yàwá.
So ó dáa ṣẹ́rí nípa immigration nípa kínní ṣẹ́rí Nàìjíríà wà very very porous, border wa ọ̀rọ̀ federal kínní ló ti kó bá.
Ẹ tún mú mi padà sí dot mi lélẹ́yìí, ẹ rántí pé mo fi ṣe analysis níjọ́ ní porous ẹ̀mí ìpè tán fáwọn tó mọ mí ní porous òyìnbó kọ́ ni language wa, bọ̀ fáǹfààní gbogbo àwa tí àwọn tí àwa sọ Ìwò ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀, Ìwò ti pọ̀ jù nínú Nàìjíríà. Ẹgbọ́n sókè yà wá.
Anybody ló lè wọlé ọkọ̀ kó bọ̀ wọlé wọn kàn ṣe anybody torí ọ̀rọ̀ federal something àlè take care ilé so which means pé wọ́n ti ń gbà wọ́n lè gbà lù from there. Anybody ló lè wọlé kò sí ọmọ onílùú àwa Yorùbá tàti ẹ̀fẹ́ wà láì táàgì fẹ́jà yìí gbogbo ala ti sápò láti fẹ́ sápò létọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tó àbá ṣọ́ra ó máa pọ̀ àwọn arúgbó wa very soon tó jẹ́ pé àwọn youth yes wọ́n máa kọ̀ face wọn ọ̀fìn tí gbogbo wọn bá ti ń kú tán àwọn young people ò lè lọlé. Nǹkan tí mo tún wá jókòó tí mo wá discover ni pé ó ti pẹ́ àwọn people yìí wọ́n gbọ́n Yorùbá ń lonú pọ̀ pẹ̀lú wọn ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n lonú mẹ́wàá pẹ̀lú Igbo àti Yorùbá. Yorùbá ń wò pé federal tó ń sọ yẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká dúró lórí ọwọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀wọ́n ti ń plan ẹ̀ bọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí everybody ṣe mọ̀.
Because ìyá mi because àwa rò pé we are all running the same country. Nísìn ṣé rí gbogbo àwọn tó ń rò pé à ń bínú sí Nàìjíríà nísìn at some point gbogbo wa náà try pé ká make Nàìjíríà kó work at some point whether in our small ways or not but later nísìn maybe in another 10 years ká má tẹ̀sọ́ pé ìgbà tábẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá nation làwọn èèyàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wọn pé ṣé aṣọ pé we are running the same country pé pẹ̀lú àwọn.
Àwọn míì gan ṣì wá àwọn few people bóyá bọ̀tọ̀ mo ń gbọ́ nílé pé a lot of people wọ́n wà wọ́n ti ń question pé ṣe because ẹ̀kọ́ èèyàn jókòó pé ṣé ìlú lélẹ̀ táwọn èèyàn ò lè gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn tó wà nílé ara ni wọ́n fẹ́ jáde àwọn tó wà ń ta wọ́n fẹ́ lọlé wọn lè lọlé ṣé ìlú nìyẹn èèyàn ní ìlú kò lè gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé kò ń ṣèlú yín nìyẹn kò ń ṣèlú wa nǹkan tí mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ara mi jọ̀pọ̀ ni mo wà kitchen mo sọ fọ́kọ mi ní ilé yìí kò ń ṣèlú wa nìyẹn lè lọlé wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ méjì ibẹ̀ yẹn kó máa.
ṣé wàá mọ̀ pé wàá rò pọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ sọ pé wọ́n mọ̀ yẹn ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ má bínú ìyá mi alálùbáríkà tó ń pè wá pé mo interject ẹ mọ̀ pàwọ́ journalist báyìí ṣé mọ̀ pé mọ̀ tẹ́ ń sọ yẹn ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti passport asat àná ìyá wa kan ní Nàìjíríà wọ́n send message sí mi pé ọmọ àwọn kan ó fẹ́ ríṣẹ́ níbí báyìí ó ní the Nigerian passport lára àwọn tó tẹ̀ yẹ pé wọ́n tẹ̀ àwọn tẹ̀ tún mọ̀yàn mọ́ wọn dà ó ti jẹ́ mi lọ contact ẹ̀yà mi tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ já pé bọ̀yìn tí mo mọ̀ dáadáa I don't want to go into too much detail but kí ni mo fẹ́ fà yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé getting a Nigerian passport is hellfire bí ìgbà tí yàn lọ sí ọ̀run ni so ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ sọ ẹ ló jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ débẹ̀ pé ṣé ìlú tẹ̀ ti ní wá ni okay nísìn okay táwọn ọmọ yín bá ní Canadian passport they have the right to have a Nigerian passport right but láti gba Nigerian passport yẹn bàbá problem ni ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ yá wa ẹ má bínú.
àwọn àfẹ́ pọ̀ wọn ló ní ìlú wọ́n mọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n tí wọ́n náà pọ̀ ọmọ wọn sínú kiri passport office gbogbo ẹ̀ ń sìn wọ́n yọ wọn Yorùbá yọ ìkókó mẹ́ wọ́n mọ ohun tó ń ṣe ibi travelling yẹn wọ́n fẹ́ mọ bẹ́ẹ̀rù ṣe ń jáde wọ́n fẹ́ kí ìlú empty bẹ́ẹ̀rù ṣe ń sá jáde wọ́n fẹ́ kó ní wọn lára bẹ́ẹ̀ kí everybody sá jáde so that IMT easy ṣé kò náà lọ gbọ́ bá easy dì báyìí.
ìyẹn burú guy ìwòye àná ni wọ́n ń jí ọba yẹn gbé because around 10:15 p.m. Yoruba time or Nigerian time time tó ti gbọ́ ẹ̀yẹ sáré sọ fún yín unknown armed men have reportedly kidnapped the traditional ruler of Osowa Ajowa Akoko in Akoko Northwest local government area in Ondo Oba Clement Olukotun. It was gathered that the monarch was adopted on Thursday at about 10:15 p.m. at his residence just again porous border.
wọ́n bá bọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ ni wọ́n wá àwọn ibi tó máa gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì téèyàn kan bá fẹ́ mọ̀ sí kó lọ fọ́ ọkọ̀ Fúlàní kan sí bí Chief Sunday Igboho ṣe lọ sọ fún ìsíkìlù ní.
àníṣe mà pé ìyá kan tó máa ń ṣe program ìyẹn kan pè sórí ẹ̀ ó ní.
tọ́lọ̀ àtàkì Chief Sunday Igboho padà.
ojú ọba yẹn náà lélẹ̀ kọ́lọ́mbà wa rọ́bà o.
wọ́n wá ṣe wípé wọn ò mọ̀ bọ́ ṣe ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí wọ́n rọra fi ọ̀rọ̀ politics ẹ̀ wọ́n fi distract àwọn èèyàn ni that's what I see wọ́n mọ̀ bí tó ń lọ ní ìlú wọ́n mọ̀ pé election kò ní sí ẹnìkan bọ́ pè mí ó ní wọ́n sọ fún àwọn pé kàn lọ oúnjẹ sílé o pé látàbújá ó lẹ́nu yẹn wọ́n túmọ̀ power dáadáa ó ná ní kàn lọ oúnjẹ sílé pé wọ́n rò pé election máa wà pé wọ́n kàn máa gbé fún interim kan pé wàhálà dé máa bẹ́ nǹkan tẹ̀ yí à ń gbọ́ náà nìyẹn.
wọ́n dẹ̀ fẹ́ lo might soldier àti military might láti fi suppress it wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé that's the only thing bẹ́ẹ̀ni anything bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
wọ́n fẹ́ try Afghanistan style gbogbo ẹ̀ oríṣiríṣi Amẹ́ríkà ló tún wọn fún so wọ́n ní Buhari ò mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣe pé wọ́n mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣe.
ẹ mọ̀ gbà tí ẹ má bínú mọ́ mi ṣe mọ̀ pé ìgbà tí Buhari lọ sí tọ́nú wá sí London dead or alive kò make any difference sáwà náà anyway because bó wà láyé gan ó ti ní dementia ṣe mọ̀ pé nígbà tí ó náà ń bọ̀ ní UK yẹn there was a real agenda láti overthrow government yẹn o there was a real agenda ìyẹn lamẹ́ríkà tètè ṣe pariwo síta pé there is going to be invasion of Abuja America wọ́n rí àṣírí yẹn wọ́n rí àṣírí yẹn.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni so dábàá ó bẹ́tà ká tètè dìde ká gba ìlú wa padà. because bẹ́ẹ̀ bá wo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nìkan náà ló wà peaceful tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ti ń wọlé wọ́n gbà wọ́n yàn gbà kan lórí ọ̀nà Lagos Ìbàdàn express wáyé ọmọ yẹn wà nílùú wọn wà safe ebi ń pa wọ́n gbogbo ẹ̀ ń ṣe wọ́n ẹ wọ́n fẹ́ ṣèlú yẹn ní how to everybody attack me ètò wà lè kú kókó nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe yẹn.
wọ́n dẹ̀ ti ń jalè yẹn ti pẹ́ ṣé mọ̀ pé ìyá mi kan pè mí mọ́mí wa yẹn take me back ẹ rí i pé mo ṣí bíbá ẹ̀ wọ́n pe bàbá kan wọ́n pe máa kan ní Apa Ako it was ní Second Republic ní Benue State owó tó ti jí ní Nàìjíríà ń ṣòwò kékeré ẹni yẹn náà mọ bàbá ẹ̀ dáadáa wọ́n ní bí káàdì lọ́ọ́ máa fi ń gbowó wá sí UK níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń sọ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ níní àwọn tó bá ń gbọ́ mi lẹ́nu ẹjọ́ ta ló mọ̀ nípa ibìkan tó ń pe kinní kan ní ọ̀pá mẹ́sàn-án wọ́n ní wọ́n gbé kinní yẹn lọ sí Brazil wọ́n ló dá àwọn láàmú gan ní Brazil kò ń ṣe recently o bọ́n rántí dá padà sílẹ̀ Yorùbá ọ̀pá mẹ́sàn-án náà pé ẹjọ́ tó bá mọ̀ ẹ bá kọ́mẹ́ǹtẹ̀ àbẹ̀kọ́ pè wọlé wọ́n ní lára àwọn òòṣà wa ni wọ́n gbé lọ sí Brazil wọ́n nígbà tí kinní yẹn ń dá àwọn láàmú ní Brazil wọ́n ní wọ́n láti dá padà wá wọ́n náà tó gbé lọ́kùnà wọ́n wá tí wọ́n sọ nípa àkú yìí wọ́n ní owó tó ti jẹ owó tó ti jí and it was part of the former governor nígbà yẹn between in Benue State 1979 wọ́n wá re-elected ní October 1983 leaving office after the military coup in December 1983 nígbà tí mọ́mí wa yẹn sọ ń bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ èmi wá sáré lọ sórí Google mo get orúkọ yẹn wọ́n ní táwọn sọ náà ni àgbàlagbà lẹ́ni tí mò ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ yìí o. so wọ́n tún sọ̀rọ̀ dé wọ́n pe bàbá kan náà pé máa kan ní San Lorenzo wọ́n ní ẹ̀tẹ̀ ní mọ́tò gbogbo mọ́tò ẹ̀ láti number 1 to 20 wọ́n ti bàyé jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ táwọn ṣe tó ìyẹn táwọn yẹn máa sọ pé ẹ ní template fún Yorùbá nation àwọn tó bàyé jẹ́ ẹ lọ bá wọn kẹrin sọ pé wọ́n ní template láti fix Nàìjíríà ẹ wá point finger.
wọ́n ti ṣe ọwọ́ yẹn ò tiẹ̀ wá mọ bó ṣe ń ṣe kinní mọ́ ọ̀wọ́ aráàlú òyìnbó tí ó rí ìrọ̀rí gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tó ti travel síta tó ti rínú tó ti ríta wọ́n sọ fún pé nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nípa àwọn yẹn náà lè máa lọ máa disturb fún owó àwọn politician yín nílé wọn responsible fún owó tó ń kó jẹ àti fún welfare yín àwọn aráàlú òyìnbó yìí náà lè ẹ máa máa disturb. so
ẹ ṣé gan ni thank you so much.
ó lè ó lágbára ọ̀lẹ́nu dọ́mẹ́ta wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ jápa tẹ báwo bàbá.
Lai Mohammed àti Lai Mohammed náà gbogbo ọlọ́dọ̀ ń sọ.
jápa yẹn wọ́n fẹ́ kẹ́ everybody máa jápa yẹn lọ wò dáadáa wọ́n mọ̀ ní wọ́n fẹ́ kí ìlú empty wọ́n yí sí láti gbà fún wọn everybody start jáde passport yẹn náà wọ́n sọ wọ́n lè gbà within this time wọ́n encourage ọ̀yàn kan ó yá bọ́ síta.
ìyẹn ni British ṣe fáwọn èèyàn ní pass don fún wọn ní visa fún 66,000 Nigerians have been given visa since last year after the EndSARS.
inú wọn dùn tí mi àní àwọn ti bọ́ ọ ti kúrò
tí wọ́n bá bọ́ ṣé gbogbo èèyàn ló bọ́.
inú tí wọ́n ń dùn wọ́n fẹ́ tẹ kúrò nílùú yẹn fún wọn lè take over nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn èèyàn máa ní ìlú tí ò lè gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé ìlú yàn nìyẹn àwọn tó wà nílé fẹ́ sá jáde ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà níta ẹ̀ lè lọlé wọ́n ti gbà tó nìyẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ terrorize àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ terrorism.
big problem ẹ ṣé gan ni yàrá thank you so much ẹ ṣé gan ni mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ mọ́mí wa tó pè tán láti Canada mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń bẹ nílé tó ń bẹ lóko ìjà tá à ń jà ìjà òtítọ́ ni ẹ jẹ́ kí n tún kà fún yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí èmi kọ́ ni mo kọ dọ́kúmẹ́ǹtì yìí this document has been there ìyẹn mo ṣe ní tẹ́ bá fẹ́ rí dọ́kúmẹ́ǹtì ẹ lọ sórí sáìtì wa àbí kẹ́rin náà kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ type in resolution 1514 ìjà òtítọ́ là ń jà àdẹ̀ ń ṣe politician àdẹ̀ gbèsẹ́yìn politician àgbèsẹ́yìn PDP àgbèsẹ́yìn APC àgbèsẹ́yìn Labour Party kódà mo tẹ̀ rí Kwankwaso ìyẹn náà lọ sí Amẹ́ríkà ó bá àwọn òyìnbó ya picture àìmọye òyìnbó tèmi ti bá ya picture tí mo lè upload ẹ̀ tí mo lè sọ fún yín pé ọ́fíìsì báyìí ló ti ń ṣiṣẹ́. All we are saying is the right to self-determination is our right. You are watching a live transmission Friday the 2nd of December 2022 ọjọ́ méjì ti kúrò countdown la wà nísìn lórí ìgbà tí wọ́n máa sọ fún wa pé rally ń bọ̀ you don't have to agree with it but when that time comes bójá wa 1000 ni ẹ jẹ́ ká bọ́ta ká fi ọmọ kọ wọ̀n pé àwa lálẹ́ tọ́ right wa ni kò dẹ́ ṣàwa nìkan là ń kọ́kọ́ béèrè fún right yẹn right to self-determination is under the United Nations chapter ẹgbọ́n sókè ẹnìyàn ní sùúrù torí mo ti gbé náà tó bá yẹ kí mo gbé ni ẹ ṣe sùúrù right to self-determination let me bring it out again. There's what I call the right to self-determination under United Nations. So gbogbo pé wọ́n ń búlì wa a lè ṣe tá à ń ṣe lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ ní template gbogbo yẹn àwáwí ni. Ẹ ní di referendum wọ́n mọ̀ pé kò síbi kankan tó máa ti fún yín ní referendum tẹ́ ẹ̀ báyìí ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjà adẹ̀ náà jà torí yẹn lẹ̀ ń dúró dé kíkó ìkí máa sọ pé a fẹ́ jà àjà but a máa defend ara wa. Mo kí Adémọ́lá Israel Alátiṣe, thank you so much once again, those of you that have joined us. Let me quickly read again just to keep your spirit high. Ìntí bàbá Akíntóyè ń sọ, ìntí Onítìrì ń sọ, ìntí Ìgbòho ń sọ, ìntí bàbá Adéníran ń sọ, ìntí gbogbo àwọn different organizations from even Global Directorate títí kan àwọn Yorùbá One Voice, because everybody has a right to self-determination. Báwọn APC member jà but what we are saying to them is bí a bá jáde fún super rally tẹ́ bá kọlù wá àkọlù yìí kò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ mo ní sọ jù yẹn lọ. Àbáyín jà ẹ̀tọ́ wa là ń béèrè fún a lè wà nínú ìlú kí wọ́n máa ṣe gbogbo wa bó ṣe wù wọ́n kẹ́rù máa bà yín nínú ilé kí àwọn àgbèrò kọ́ máa disrespect yín kí gọ́vnà rò pé òun ṣẹ̀ dé tán èyí tó wọ̀ bẹ̀ nísìnyí lọ́sùn state gbogbo tó máa lò 8 years ni tàbá fi sílẹ̀ after 8 years ayé yín máa da Ràúfù Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá tó wà ń bẹ̀ ó lè 419 ní gbogbo wọn òṣìlẹ̀pọ̀ jí owó jẹ́ òun ní different proxies different people ló máa bá wọn gbowó káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé bó ṣe ń gbà lọ́tún ló ń gbà lọ́sì lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí declaration on the granting of the independence to the colonial countries and people this was adopted tó bá sọ pé nǹkan tó adopt nǹkan tó approve and I told you that there were countries that didn't attend this meeting. UK was one of them, Australia was one of them, South Africa was one of them, Portugal was one of them, I think Belgium was one of them as well, America was one of them as well. Kí ló dé tí wọ́n jókòó pàdé yìí láti adopt ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wọn because wọ́n mọ àwọn atrocities tó ti ṣe sẹ́yìn. So today when we talk about self-determination ẹ wá ní ká lọ bá America, yes it is nice to speak to the senator but àwọn bàbá arúgbó tẹ ló ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn àwa náà ní bàbá arúgbó nílé tó ń sọ fún wa pé a fẹ́ máa lọ. Ṣé torí pé America jẹ́ world power and then tí America ò bá ti fi àmì sí àlọ́bì kankan irọ́ lẹ pa. America does not get involved in a sovereign nation wahala. Tó bá ti di gbàsgbòs tó bá di gbòsgbàs ìgbà ilẹ̀ America máa sọ kalẹ̀ wá UN máa kó troops wá wá dẹ̀ máa bèrè pé kí ló ṣe gbogbo wa. So once again Mrs. Olushola David, I didn't get the message there. It could keep perigridity. Okay, it's retracted. Maybe you want to rewrite that. I'm picking comments as it's going along, and I say good evening to those of you on the MixLR. My job here is to educate us and to give you the right backing that the right to self-determination is not to harm the government, but we have the right to defend ourselves. Treasury Road, I cite you. Joe Raphael, I cite you. And Egbomi Peter Adebambo. Anything short of Yoruba self-determination is non-negotiable. Ní plan A, ní plan B, ní plan C. Plan A wà ń ṣe Tinubu. Plan B wà kì í ṣe Àtíkù. Plan C wà kì í ṣe Ọmọyẹlé Sowore. Plan D wà kì í ṣe Kwankwaso. Plan E wà kì í ṣe tatoloku mbẹ nu wọn Peter Obi. Wọ́n tẹ̀sán yẹn di God. Ẹni àtẹ̀ máa pa mí. Wọ́n sọ yẹn di God Peter Obi. All we are saying is the right to self-determination. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbá kọ́ ilé ẹ̀kan sí kí n tó tún ṣàlàyé fún yín nípa right to self-determination. Hello caller, go ahead.
My brother, thanks for gingering us again to that.
You're welcome.
I really got to do this.
We can't
for that declaration.
2 days is out of it now. You know,
calm down, live.
Àti wà ní calm down. Wọ́n fẹ́ mọ déètì yẹn gangan ni lè sọ déètì fún yín déètì yẹn gangan sọ pé mi but èmi ti ní àìdíà ìgbà tó máa bọ́ sí àní ọlọ́gbárí ó ti mọ kò fi sọ.
Ó yẹ ká gbé countdown calendar lórí.
Màá try láti calm down. I think I should be able to do it. Ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. I think OBS should have a software like that for me to be able to do it. If not, màá lọ add them.
Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó tọ́ akú palẹ̀mọ́ orílẹ̀-èdè wa tó dá ẹ̀sẹ̀ bá ti. Ká má ní ìfòyà, ká má bẹ̀rù.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Because it has been written, not because nínú Bible náà. Wọ́n ríran dé ibi tí ọlọ́pàá kan ríran dé pé àsìkò yìí ń bọ̀. Ṣàwọn náà ti gbogbo àgbáyé ló ti ń gbáradì fún nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀. So ìparí ẹ̀ ni wọ́n mọ̀ bó ṣe máa ń dì ní wọ́n mọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n mọ̀ pé a máa gbà lù wá padà. That is nǹkan tó lọ jẹ́ kó rí mọ́ ni pé àsìkò yìí ń bọ̀ a máa dìde a máa fẹ́ tọ̀ wọ́n ṣùgbọ́n wọn mọ bí Ọlọ́run ṣe máa gbà fún wa Ọlọ́run ò fún wọn rí.
Ẹ má bínú my brother in truth, you know, if ọmọọba Prince Harry ó sá fún wọn ní palace ó sá fún wọn ní gbogbo Buckingham Palace gbọ́ report yẹn Tony there was threat to the life of the family the wife ó wà lórí kínní náà ẹ̀yin ṣe wà ń sọ pé kínní kan ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè jára ẹ̀gbọ́n.
Bàbá God ṣe rí Ọlọ́run ló ń jẹ́ òótọ́ ṣe rí gbogbo èyí tí wọ́n bá wọn jà ní orílẹ̀-èdè Britain sí pẹ̀lú Harry gbogbo ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ rí bí nǹkan ṣe fọ́ ní gbogbo
kò sí nǹkan tó hàn ojú to anything ọlọ́run ló ń jà.
Ìgboro ti dàrú ni.
wọ́n fi suppress agbára ọlọ́run for quite a long time ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ń wò wọ́n ṣùgbọ́n ọlọ́run máa ń jà perfect time. So this is the perfection the perfect matter in action. òun ni gbogbo àná ń wò yìí tó dàbí àwàdà lọ́wọ́ kò ní yé anybody last minute wọ́n máa rò bí àwọn ti win wọ́n kàn máa go that's good from anywhere.
wọ́n rò pójú kan ni gbogbo ẹ̀ máa wà ní bìkan tó bá jẹ́ pójú kan láti kó gbogbo ẹ̀ sí ni ẹ̀ ti dànù ságbo ìyẹn náà ti kó gbogbo ẹ̀ sójú kan.
ṣẹ́rí ọlọ́run ṣe ń ṣe nǹkan ẹ̀ a lè ní pílánì pọ̀ lórí tá a bá ní
pílánì kẹ̀ á da gbogbo pílánì ẹnu ni ojoojúmọ́ ni listening ears wà níta listening ears they are listening in details.
So àṣírí tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀rí ìkọ̀kan nu wa báyìí mi gan tí mo kọ̀ àtàwọn tó ń gbọ́ wa ẹ̀mí yẹn á kọ̀ gbé kọ̀ọ̀kan nu ìṣe tá a máa dé pé irọ́ sí nígbà àwọn bàbá kan tó kílẹ̀.
Comfort treasury mo kí ìyá wa mo kí ìyá wa bùnmi ọlárìnwájú olùkọ́yà.
ó dẹ̀ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ straight. Now nǹkan tá a fẹ́ dìde tó fẹ́ kílẹ̀ lálejò gbogbo àgbáyé ló máa fẹ́ tó ẹ má rò bí akẹ́ Yorùbá nìkan ni.
kò tí ì yá wọn yọ ní.
the entire world.
ǹjọ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé wọ́n rò pé movie là ń act ní pé kémi wá síbi àkí wá máa fún yín ní gbogbo low down nígbà tó ń yẹ pé a ní script.
God in action is about to take over. So mo sọ fún yín gbà kan pé.
mo kí láti kérékéré tán.
Ọlọ́run fẹ́ràn Yorùbá ó fún wa ní everyday and ní ìyè. So àwa ló fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ ayé ilé ayé bá máa parí àtọ̀ àwa náà
ní kí bá a society o.
So wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́kọ́ Yorùbá country is already a country.
It has come to stay, there's no doubt.
ó ti ṣe báwọn èèyàn wá ń gbénú ẹ̀ báyìí àwa kò fẹ́ change orúkọ tó.
orúkọ lásán ni we are not moving move with geographical location ilẹ̀ Yorùbá all it's going to change is the name. gbogbo ẹni tó ti ní flag kan lọ́wọ́ àbí méjì ẹ̀ ṣáà mú dání dáadáa torí pé àwọn ìpè kan bá jáde tán gbá ìgbà kó bó ṣe kéré tó yẹn náà lẹ́sẹ̀ máa jù sókè bó ṣe kéré tó yẹn náà lẹ́sẹ̀ máa jù sókè.
a ti wọnú oṣù ẹ̀mí mímọ́ yìí.
àbọ̀lọ́pàá jà àbá sójà jà but what we are saying is.
So we have every right to claim our.
Governor yóò lè ṣe nothing gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ wọ́n wò mí báyìí ní state house wọ́n mọ̀ pé ẹ̀tọ́ tá à ń jà fún yìí àwọn gangan ni ló yẹ kó jà fún wa but ibi ẹ̀ làwọn ti ń jẹ so wọn ò ní fẹ́ jẹ́ kí a dé bẹ́ẹ̀ and we have to stop it.
àwọn ti choose side ni wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ fẹ́ wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ fún empire ni so nǹkan tí ò yé àwọn èèyàn lẹ́yìn ṣàlàyé lórí program gbogbo media ń ṣàlàyé so àṣírí táwọn èèyàn mọ̀ ní tí àwọn bàbá wa tó lọ sign lẹ́yìn so àṣírí yẹn ni àwa wá ń tu stance tó wá ń ṣí àwọn èèyàn wa létí tó lè ṣe wá ń ṣe pọ̀ because people out of lack of knowledge they accept the idea of Nigeria without knowing what Nigeria meant so it seems that wọ́n ń ṣàlàyé ẹ̀ fún wọn pé wọ́n máa gba yín lójú mà ní wọ́n change orúkọ yín wọ́n wá gbé àwọn manage corporation bí ẹgbẹ́ ní manage business wọ́n wá gbé sí ilé ẹ̀fọ́ ní wọ́n wá resources yìí wọ́n wá fún yín ní tọrọkọ́bọ̀ pé kẹ́yìn náà tiẹ̀ máa rí jẹ́nu ẹ̀. àwọn tẹ̀ ń rí as gọ́vnà yìí yẹn they are just managers of the corporation.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ondo is a corporation. wọ́n wà ń bẹ́ as manager wọ́n dẹ̀ ń report fún business owner which is empire Britain. So Britain nìkan dẹ̀gbọ́n ló ń jẹ nínú Yorùbá land tẹ bá fẹ́ gbọ́.
àwọn tó jẹ ló pọ̀ jù. àwọn tó jẹ ló pọ̀ jù.
ṣe bí Europe river lọ́ọ́ ti jókòó tó ti bá di gbogbo Africa. ọdẹ mọ̀ pé ìpìlẹ̀ bá ṣe dá Olódùmarè ṣe dá wa àwa ló kọ́kọ́ dá. àṣírí tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ nìyẹn ọ̀dẹ̀ fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ so they have already prepared gbogbo wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe digital currency ọmọ ìpè tá a bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ the whole economy of the world will crash instantly torí epo tó fi báàkì dọ́là ibo ló ti ń wà Áfíríkà àwọn tó dẹ̀ dìde tẹ́lẹ̀ tó fẹ́ ṣe kíní ìbò ṣe yẹ kó ṣe nípa constitution èmi làwọn Gaddafi nǹkan kí ló ṣe fún wọn wọ́n pa wọ́n lójú wa wọ́n fi wọ́n ṣe example because wọn fẹ́ kọ́ ta wá jì so àwa tàdé jẹ́ ọmọ onílù gangan àwa la wá ń bèrè báyìí
ẹ ṣe gan ni
kí ló fẹ́ ṣe fún wa bí ó ṣe pé ìjọba lè panu ọkọ máa bá lọ ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tó máa gbèjà wa ó ti wà níkàlẹ̀ eléyìí rẹ̀ fúnra rẹ̀.
Agbèjà agbára Ọlọ́run. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As much as China is a very, very strict country, I'm sure a lot of you know China. China is one strict country. Mo ń bọ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ pè wọlé ẹ fún mi ní few minutes. This is an ongoing protest in China. Tí China bá lè protest, àwa náà ní right láti jáde fúnra lè. Pé èdè wọn ni wọ́n sọ. This is China. China. So when people tell you, the right láti jáde, ẹ sọ fún wọn pé even China tó wà strict, people are coming out. Brazil got it on the street, December 1st.
People of Brazil are united together in protest against the globalist Great Reset. In 2017, Luiz Lula was convicted on charges of corruption and money laundering and sentenced to 9 years in prison. In April of last year, he was released by the Brazilian Supreme Court to run against Bolsonaro. He is supported by the World Economic Forum. Translating, Lula was not elected. Lula stole my vote, stole from my people. We will not create war. We will not spill blood. We will fight with peace.
I hope you heard that. I hope you heard that.
This son of a Alexandre de Moraes, because he stole our votes and gave them to another criminal, Lula. They reversed his sentence in order to win. Criminally. By stealing and diverting our votes. This was dishonesty, shadiness, criminal. In my country, there is no place for them. End translation. Alexandre de Moraes is the minister of the Supreme Court of Brazil, who just ordered the banks to block the accounts of anyone supporting the historic protest. If people all over the world took to the streets like the people of Brazil, then the imminent global tyranny would be eradicated. And this is why the media ignores it. They are hoping...
The media has actually ignored it. Unloadable. Pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ ẹ̀yọ́ tẹ wà ń lé Brazil ẹ̀ ń wò yìí ṣe ti rí pé the media are biased. Let me rewind it again. These are not anything more than people. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gba call ẹ má bínú call yẹn tí dùn ti wá díẹ̀ sí i. Hello caller ẹgbọ́n sókè ní kíákíá.
Hello Koiki ẹ̀kálẹ́
ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Yes, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ ìlú.
Gbogbo àjọ ń ṣe ni.
Ọlọ́run á máa ràn yín lọ́wọ́.
Àmín.
Ní orúkọ Olúwa ẹ ò ní bojú wẹ̀yìn. Ilẹ̀ lẹ́yìn àwọn òdẹ̀dọ̀ débẹ̀ ni.
Àmín.
Mo kàn fẹ́ gbàdúrà pé lórúkọ Olúwa wọn ò ní fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ mi àti ìṣètùtù lórúkọ Jésù.
Àmín Jésù Kristi.
Àwa tí a bẹ̀rẹ̀ protest náà lórúkọ Jésù àwa látẹ̀wọ́ wa gbẹ̀tọ́ wa.
Àmín.
Lórúkọ Jésù gbogbo ẹ̀dẹ́ èèyàn tó dóbi ìdíwọ́ àti ìdènà lójú ọ̀nà wa tó ní àwọn ìrírí gbà ara sápá wọn lónìí.
Àmín Jésù Kristi.
Àwọn ẹni tó kọ́ra wọn jọpọ̀ tó sọ pé tó ní àfi ńlá lójú ayé àwọn Yorùbá nation ní bọ́sì yóò sì bọ́sì lẹ́yìn wọn ilẹ̀ ó gbé wọn mi lónìí.
Àmín Jésù Kristi.
Wàá gbàdúrà kọ́dún yóò tó kí òun ọdún yóò tó wọ̀ lórúkọ Jésù lọ́rọ̀ Yorùbá nation ọ̀run á dá sí i.
Àmín.
Níwọ̀n gba ìgbà tó kù kàn ní o parí gbogbo àwọn tá a nílò gangan láti jẹ́ kí ẹ̀tọ́ yóò tẹ̀ wá lọ́wọ́ lójú ọjọ́ kó wọn rí o tó wọ̀ ọ̀run kó gbé wọn dìde fún wa.
Àmín Jésù Kristi.
Níwọ̀n bá ìgbà tí a bá fi rí December 23rd gbogbo tarí bí òkè ìṣòro ní Yorùbá nation lórúkọ Jésù kò di pẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀.
Àmín.
Jésù Olúwa wa.
Àmín lórúkọ Jésù. Ẹ ṣé gan bàbá wa. Thank you so much. Thank you. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá wa tí ẹ wà ní òkè tí àdúrà ń lọ lọ́tún lósì. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe ní kíákíá. We have just about an hour left for this program and let's make use of it quickly. Tó bá ti di 43 minutes from now, I will end the program at exactly 12 p.m. local time here in London. Ẹ̀gbọ́n òsókè ẹ̀ tó ń pè wá. There's a lot of scripture at the background.
This is Ipan calling from Libya.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to the program.
Koiki, I really appreciate your effort. I really appreciate what you guys are doing.
Thank you so much.
And we pray that God will continue to strengthen all of you.
Amen.
Yoruba nation and Biafra nation not going back. We pray to God next year we are going to restore our land so that we come back home. We are tired of staying here, so that we come back home. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All of you.
All hail Biafra, and we continue to tell the federal government nothing must happen to our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, he's also a leader that we love and we respect so much as well. As we continue the push, I will continue to educate us. Let me read this quickly. Latin Kolatifeka, but one reason or the other is not coming true. Mo kí bàbá tó ṣàdúrà fún àtàn, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá wa nínú Olúwa, mo kí bàbá wa ní Alákétu ní Benin Republic, mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Togo, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní different African countries, Côte d'Ivoire, mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Italy, Spain, Cyprus, Toronto, New York, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, gbogbo bíkíbi tí ọmọ Yorùbá wà. We are fighting for one thing, for the freedom and the survival of our identity. Ẹ wo àwọn Brazil yẹn, ẹ wo bó ṣe show identity ẹ̀. Declaration on the granting of independence to colonial countries and people. It was adopted on the 14th of December 1960 at the General Assembly Resolution 1514. The General Assembly, mindful of the determination proclaimed by the peoples of the world in the Charter of the United Nations to reaffirm faith in the fundamental human right, in the dignity and the worthy of the human person, in the equal right of men and women and of nations large and small, and to promote social progress and better standard of life in a larger freedom. Conscious of the need for the creation of conditions of stability and well-being, peaceful, friendly relations based on the respect for the principles of equal rights and self-determinations of all peoples, and of universal rights for observance of human rights and fundamental freedom for all without distinction as to race, sex, language, or religion, recognizing the passionate yearning for the freedom in all dependent peoples and decisive role of such peoples in the attainment of their independence, aware of the increasing conflict resulting from the denial of or impediment in the way of the freedom of such peoples, which constitute a serious threat to world peace, considering the important role of the United Nations in assisting the movement for independence. Take note here, they're just going to assist, they don't give countries. in trust and non-self-governing territories, recognizing that the peoples of the world ardently desire pé ohun wá the end of colonialism àfẹ́ wà láàrin gbogbo tí British dá sílẹ̀ mọ́ in all its manifestations, convincing that the continued existence of colonialism prevent the development of international economy cooperation, impeded the social, cultural, and economic development of dependent peoples, and milited against the United Nations ideal of universal peace, affirming that the peoples may, for their own ends, freely dispose of their natural. I know it's a bit tiny. Let me see if I can just increase it a little bit. Affirm that the people, for their own end, freely dispose of their natural wealth, resources without prejudice to any obligations arising out of international economic cooperation based upon the principle of mutual benefit and international law, believing that the process of liberation is irresistible, irreversible, and that in order to avoid serious crises, an end must be put to colonialism and all practice of segregation. I want us to take note of that word, segregation. This has been going on in Nigeria for a very long time. And when you look at the meaning of that,
segregation.
Again,
Segregation.
one more time.
Segregation.
The action of the Nigerian government of setting someone or something apart from others. And what does it mean? According to Google, what did segregation mean? Segregation is the action of separating people. What is segregated? We are not the same. Historically, on the basis of the race or gender, segregation implies the physical separation of people in everyday activities in the professional life and the exercise of civil rights. We have been segregated in that shit-hole country called Nigeria. We have been discriminated, as we can say, in the last 62 years. The Yorubas have been sidelined. Àwọn kan lè sọ pé ìrọ́lá ń pa wọ́n sideline wa. Okay, let us stay each away from what we have now. Associated therewith, no election can solve this problem. Not even 2023, not even 2027, not even the next election. It is now time for the Yoruba to exit the contraction known as Nigeria. Welcoming the emergency in the recent years of the larger numbers of dependent territories into freedom and independence, and recognizing the increasingly powerful trend towards freedom in such territories which have not yet attained independence, convincing that all people, Gbogbo Yoruba, have an inalienable right to complete freedom. Your governor cannot stop it. Your deputy governor cannot stop it. Your speaker of House of Representatives cannot stop it. Your senator cannot stop it. Your local government chairman cannot stop it. Nobody can stop our right to what we call a complete freedom. Some are doubting that freedom would ever happen in our lifetime. It would happen, and it will be a template that some people will copy. They will then have to do what we have done. Campaign, and then a final push at whatever will lead us to the exit of Nigeria. Nobody has asked anybody to take weapons against the Nigerian government, but we will defend our territory as at a time when instructions are given to us from our leaders that will be telling us so. Solemnly proclaim, and this is where I want us to take note very well. I have read this so many times, so many times, but ìdí tí mo ṣe ń kà léraléra nísìn, and I think I'll be reading it on a daily basis anytime I'm doing my live broadcast, so that you can understand that we are not terrorists, we are not criminals, we are not government hijackers, we are not the 419 Fulani government that have allowed the porous border where your king is being kidnapped when an average Nigerian or an average Yoruba man is being dealt with on a daily basis. Declares that, number one, the subjection of the peoples to aligned subjugation, domination, and exploitation constitute a denial of fundamental human rights, is contrary to the Charter of the United Nations, and is an impediment to the promotion of world peace and cooperation. Intelligence is telling me that Dangote Refinery has now brought in some extra Fulani military, probably to protect that territory of ease. But let us tell him that we are not saying otherwise, but that territory does not belong to him. It does not matter the kind of investment that he have there. He should remember that not even 1 million Fulani terrorists that he kept in that Dangote refinery can save that refinery. That refinery is still on the soil of the Yoruba land. It is important that if Dangote wants to secure those territory, he should start speaking to those in their own cycle to dissolve Nigeria peacefully, and there will not be any need for any one of us to go into confrontation. If otherwise, if there's a confrontation among us and the Hausas, Fulanis, then there will be much more that will be recorded for history to come and learn about. Number 2, all people, gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, lọ́kùnrin, lọ́bìnrin, lárúgbó, lágbàlagbà, nílé, níta, have the right to self-determination. Don't be bullied by any of the 419 country called Nigeria politicians to tell you that you don't have the right. Ẹni ẹ̀tọ́ sì ń tán pè ní òmìnira Yorùbá. A kì í jà pé a fẹ́ jẹ́ politician, a jà nítorí à ń jà fún political party. Yoruba nation has nothing to do with the contraction politics that have played in the last 23 years since 1999, when they brought in what is now known as the fake 1999 military diktat. It will never give you unity. It will never give you peace. And the only way now is, as fragile as Nigeria is, Nigeria will definitely break. And when I just go back quickly to Dr. Olisa Agbakoba, which I read to us during that Naija Voices, you can see that headline exactly as I read it that day. Nigerian democracy, fragile, can collapse anytime. Dr. Olisa Agbakoba, Nigeria Senior Advocate of Nigeria, rather. This was 20th of November. So if I'm right with this man interview, we have just a couple of days before Nigeria itself will dissolve. And I'm not going to go through all this. If you watch Naija Voices, I've done a lot of analysis. But there's a particular section of this interview that it was asked a question. And that is what I want to read out so that you can see that when I speak here, I am not your Bole Kaja media. I am not your fracas media that you're expecting to confront all those stupid, idiotic fracas that are fighting on the social media, whether in support of Yoruba Nation directly or indirectly, or they thought this is a joke. This is not a joke. I understand that the only way we can fight this is to educate the people, give them exactly what they need to understand, not try to dilute information. And those dilution is something that we will dissolve here as quickly as possible. Let us follow these quickly. And I want you to follow me as I read this for the benefit of those of you that are saying Nigeria cannot break. Even Dr. Olisa Agbakoba, the senior advocate of Nigeria, says, and I quote, that Nigeria is so fragile and it can collapse anytime. Will it be appropriate to continue? Will it be appropriate to continue to describe Nigerian democracy as nascent? Let me get the meaning of that word nascent, because all this big grammar sometimes only Daure Yoru. So let's go and look for the meaning.
Nascent.
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 Just coming into existence, beginning to display signs of future potential. Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè, Nigeria ti ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi future potential of breakup. As I speak to you right now, 62 trillion in debt yìí, iná ẹ̀ lè ní for the next 40 years. Poverty rate ó máa lọ sókè. So kí ló fi máa ṣe nínú Nàìjíríà? Òmùgọ̀. Ó wà nínú toilet nísìn, ó bá yàgbẹ́ tán nísìn, wàá wá ṣe máa da omi sínú toilet seat, wàá máa da omi sínú ẹ̀. Níbi tí ayé ti lọ nísìn tó yẹ pé tó bá kọ̀ ra fọwọ́ sí sensor, ó máa flush. Messed up country. This is why we are saying that you should get the hell out of Nigeria. Tinubu cannot be for another 100 years. Tinubu is so fragile himself as Nigeria. It is correct to describe Nigeria democracy as fragile, very fragile. We have a long way from being a democratic nation. Nigeria, when we know that it's not a democratic nation. Rule of law, shit hole. Nothing seems to work in. Nothing from the institution that says release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They refuse to release him. And it is time now that we say enough of being part of Nigeria. Orúkọ nìkan ló máa change o. Níjọ́ tó bá ti lo agogo, we will take down what needs to be taken down. A Yoruba nation will be retained in almost all the institutions. We will follow the instruction from the transition government that will be telling us the directive. We will take care of our borders with whatever we can get. And when a nation is declared, we will move swiftly so that we can protect ourselves from the enemy within and the enemy from outside. The UK will do their only thing, bring in their RAF and remove anyone that has the status or the British passport. America will do the same thing. Canada will do the same thing. They are not coming to save anybody. We are going to save ourselves. Let's go back again. It can go either way. A fragile system is the type that can collapse any day. So Nigeria democracy can. I will not be shocked. Egbon Kotoso, 20th of November was this interview. So when you look at it today, it's just about another 18 days and Nigeria can collapse. He actually said he can only give 30 days from the day he gave that interview. Nigeria is so fragile. These are the senior advocate of Nigeria. These are learned people that were born in the 1950s. I've gone to look at his record. Igba Dr. Olisa Agbakoba Funrare. He was actually born in 1953, exactly 69 years ago. He was born in Jos, but there was nothing called Nigeria up to 1887. As we have that record of the Benin bronze that was stolen by the British government at gunpoint. Yes, 1897, I got that right. Nigeria was only called Nigeria in 1914 after the fraudulent amalgamation. All we are saying now is, de-amalgamate Nigeria peacefully, or there will be crisis, there will be anarchy, and the soldiers that thought they would do a coup to take over the country, you are fooling yourself. We will not tolerate that this time around. The Yorubas have spoken, and we have spoken very, very strong in terms of self-determination. Let's go back again. A fragile system is the type that can collapse any day. So Nigerian democracy can. I will not be shocked if 30 days from today, Nigeria that you love so much, Nigeria that you have nurtured and stolen so much wealth from that, Nigeria that the Western power have sucked the blood of every Nigerian, Nigeria that has created havoc, Nigeria that killed all those innocent Nigerians during the Lekki toll gate, Nigeria that never gave you the education, Nigeria that your forefathers told you is going to work, cease to exist. I will not be shocked if tomorrow it ceases to exist because it is a very fragile country. It is divided by ethnic, religious, linguistic problems. Those are the three major fault lines we have, and we have not kept faith with the central issues in our national anthem. Though tribe and tongues may differ, in unity we stand. So what the national anthem says is that we are different people who are diverse in nature, but we can bring our diversity, our differences in language, in religion, and ethnicity to form together, to form a great association of Nigerians. That means we can have different nations and then we can work together. This was quoted by Chief Obafemi Awolowo. Nigeria is a mere geographical expression. It is not yet a country. So if anybody is still thinking that we will be nurturing Nigeria until it becomes a country, you are crazy. We don't have that time to be nurturing a country. I am already in my 40 plus. So how long do you want me to be nurturing Nigeria for the criminals that are stealing your wealth, making poverty all over the place? This was the quote from the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo. Nigeria is a mere geographical expression. It is not yet a country. So we are hoping, according to him, not me, that the presidential candidate that wins the election 2023 will understand that. If he has already said that Nigeria is fragile, I'm sure he knows there's nothing called election. So that takes me back again to the declaration that I was actually reading before that. And that takes us back to number 2. All peoples have the right to self-determination. By virtue of that right, they freely determine their political status, freely pursue their economic, social, and cultural development. Number 3, inadequacy of political, economic, social, or educational preparedness should never serve as a pretext for delaying independence. So when we talk about independence, it's not something that we're going to drag for the next 30 years like the Catalonia. Hey, our Catalonia take by independent. Shall I take be Catalonia? What we can say is we are ready and we will do whatever is needed to go out of that contraction and secure our own freedom. Number 4, all armed action or repressive measures of all kinds directed against dependent people shall cease in order to enable them to exercise peacefully and freely their right to complete independence. Òmùgọ̀ media ló máa sọ fún yín pé wá kọ̀ pa yín dànù. Ẹ máa sọ fún pé ṣọ́mọ tó ń pè ní 1514 resolution gbà tó yẹ pé wọ́n lè ṣe simple Google search. Probably maybe they are not interested in that. But they sit down in their stupid conversation telling you wá kọ̀ pa gbogbo yín dànù. This was put together. And tó bá dẹ̀ náà máa pa wá, let them also understand we have the right to defend ourselves. Number 5, just before we start winding down at 12 p.m. local time in London. Immediate steps shall be taken in trust and non-self-governing territories or all other territories which have not yet attained independence to transfer all powers to the people of those territories. Báwo ni governor ṣe máa fi bẹ̀lẹ̀ tó máa wá di pé a máa gba akọ máa di. No. The governors are not going to leave. We will give them instruction to leave. And if they don't want to leave, whatever comes to them as well. So if you think that your governor are so powerful to hold us down when we come for the super rally, tell them the super rally will be announced and the Yorubas are coming out and we will do as we are told with the instructions that follow. Let's go straight to number 6. Any attempt aimed at the partial or total destruction of the national unity and the territorial integrity of a country is incompatible with the purposes and the principles of the Charter of the United Nations. Number 7, all states shall observe faithfully, strictly, the provisions of the Charter of the United Nations, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and the present declaration on the basis of equality, non-interference in the internal affairs of all states, and respect for the sovereignty right of all peoples. So nobody is coming to save us. We will save ourselves from the contraction that we got ourselves into through the non-fault of our own. Àwa kọ́ ni a ní àfẹ́ wà pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà. Britain ló decide yẹn, and we are now going to tell Britain we are no longer interested in that amalgamation. British government should not tell us to go and vote in 2023 as Yoruba people. We are not interested in that. I'm just going to take maybe 1 or 2 more calls before I wind down. Once again, fún ẹni tó bá ní ibi tí a lè máa sùn tá máa jí sí ni mo mìíràn kò ń ṣe pé kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lọ fún wa níbì kan. If you're a diaspora and you have such in Ibadan, reach out to me. It is urgent, and I am the one that need it. I will say more than that. Once again, as I'm winding down this live transmission, anybody heart attack. People are there saying different things. We are in that era. We cannot stop some of them. So if some of you think that, how do I stop a blogger that I don't have any access to? How do I stop, medias that does not want to understand that self-determination, that is our right? And that right is something that we are sticking to. A lot has been stolen from Nigeria, not just from the Yoruba land, from the Middle Belt, from the Southwest, even from the North. But one thing that they will not steal away from us is our beautiful identity. And that identity is going to be coming back to us. The world will respect that without any negotiation with any part of the world. And if some of them says, we are not going to give you every access to everything in the world, because that's what they'll probably say. You will not have access to certain things. That's fine. We will continue on that diplomatic level to try to see what we can do. Wales was only recognized in 2011, and their population is 3 million. Don't be bullied by anybody. If they are in the group and they're talking nonsense, it's either you stay in that group or you walk away. That's all. And they're watching. Let me go back to the timeline. Timeline, okay? Movie. ó ní kan tí mo tẹ̀ ń wò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn even though pé ìjókòó mi ní ti wo fíìmù yẹn gan ó ní agbára lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí. These was some of the questions that was put to Baba Akintoye Alano on the 8th of October. Can Baba please clarify about the super rally? You take over your town. That was the instruction then. If there's going to be any other instruction, hey, they can guide us, you can and you can make that decision. You follow instruction. Crazy country is Nigeria, okay? Instruction is what we follow. No. We follow instructions. It is instruction that will guide us and help us. Nigeria security is not up to 1 million. 2 out of the major ethnic group in the country are the ones saying we are going. There's not up to 1 million. The whole population of the security is 500. Oh yeah, they're well trained. Don't get me wrong. Oh yeah, very, very well trained by the British government and some of the other foreign partners. They have trained them to bully you. Ṣé bó ṣe ń bully èmi ní bíbá iná ń bully ẹ̀yin? Ṣé sójà bíbá ilé bully mi? Ṣé sójà bíbá ilé wàṣọ sójà kó máa bully mi káàkiri? That's what you don't understand. Most of those security from the military are trained here in UK, especially àwọn ọ̀gá wọn. But they don't bully them here. So we follow only instructions. After the rally, what next? When rally goes according, by the time it is over, a declaration will be made. This was announced as it is on October 8th. So we wait on instructions. But what he declared, Tele, I am not saying they have not declared before. I am waiting for the instruction as follow from Benin Republic. And that instruction is a super rally and a declaration. Koiki, kí ni wọ́n tún sọ yìí? That is the instruction I am waiting for from Benin Republic. They talked about the student. I'm sure the student has a lot of role to play. What action does those of us outside need to do? The action you need to do is, don't send money to me, okay, if that's what you're concerned about. Send it to your loved ones, your community. Prepare their minds that it will be a couple of days. It's not a one-day outing. Big tá à ń lọ fún camping, ó ti yé yín, tí yàn bá ń lọ fún camping, oríṣiríṣi nǹkan nìyẹn máa ń mú dání. Torí pé camping, ó lè pàdé nǹkan kan nínú igbó. Fáwọn tó ti ṣe camping dáadáa. Ẹ lè máa sùn kí kúrúkú ejò máa bọ̀ kẹṣà lórí. Torí pé o ní tool tó fẹ́ fi jà láti fi destroy ejò yẹn. People asked about the Yoruba nation consists of 6 states. Tó bá ń any other state tó bá tẹ̀lé wa lọ, mo ti sọ fún yín, ìlú kan wà, wọ́n ń pè ní San Marino, Europe ni. Wọ́n sọ English, Italian ló ń sọ, gbogbo population wọn lálẹ́ ní o, 34,000, kò pé 35,000. Ṣé Edo máa tẹ̀lé wa? Kí ni kan wà tó bá náà wọ̀n lọ́kọ́ lọ dàlú tiwọn sílẹ̀? Ṣé Kanuri máa tẹ̀lé wa? If anybody wants to, tàbá ní 15 nations out of Nigeria, ṣó pọ̀ jù ni? Ẹ má jẹ́ kó máa parọ́ fún yín pé Africa ti kéré jù. No. Mélòó ni wọ́n ní Denmark? Mélòó ni wọ́n ní Finland? So gbogbo part of kinní kan ni èyí tó bá fẹ́ tẹ̀lé wa a máa jẹ́ Yorùbá, a ní identity Yorùbá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni maize gold 34,000 San Marino, mo ti ṣóyin lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Jọ láti bẹ̀ láti mú heritage kinní ta fi lọ sí Òṣogbo. Tó bá dẹ̀ mọ̀ passport ìlú yẹn, tó bá fẹ́ mọ̀ ìlú yẹn tó ní passport ẹ̀, ayé ẹ̀ ti bẹ́tà. Má bí mi pé báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ débẹ̀ o, kò sí tó kàn mí. Bẹ́ẹ̀mi ṣe fẹ́ délẹ̀ Yorùbá lè ní sáré ẹ̀ nísìn. Number 20 ní passport wọn ní àgbáyé, ó gbé ẹ lọ sí 171 countries. Tó bá ní passport San Marino tó ju 34,000 lọ. It takes you to 171 countries visa free, including the United Kingdom. UK wọn sọ fún wa pé we are part of Commonwealth to ṣìwò, kí lè wúlò Commonwealth fún wa. Àǹfààní wo ni ìwọ tó rí jẹ as a Commonwealth citizen? Mo ń bí ẹni o, I am a Commonwealth. They also ask, how do we bring back àwọn state tó ń ṣe tọ̀dọ̀ tiwa? Well, tó bá fi wá kọ wá, tó bá dẹ̀ fi wá, it's fine. He then also asks, how do we resolve some of the conflict behind Baba? Conflict has always been like that. Àtayébáyé ni conflict ti wà. ṣé gbogbo wa máa agree síra wa kò possible ṣá máa disagree yes ṣèbí torí pàwọ́ àtẹ̀wà lórí the new media era la ṣe ń rí tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ̀ nírú mídíà báyìí àtayébáyé ló ti ń ṣe jàǹbá síra wọn àtayébáyé ló ti jẹ́ kílẹ̀ ayé kan tó dùn èyí ni ìwọ náà máa rò ó sọ́kàn ẹ̀ pé báwo làwọn tó wà nílùú òyìnbó tó já láwọ̀ funfun ṣe ń gbádùn táwa ò gbádùn ìwọ ọ̀rọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ayé rí ìlú 34,000 passport wọn dẹ̀ dájú tiẹ̀ lọ òmùgọ̀ I'm a true Nigeria ó sáré ó jáde kí gbogbo wa kó lè kúrò nínú oko ẹrú ṣé o rè pọ́ mọ̀ wọ ni Ìgbòho nìkan ni gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì mọ̀ kò mọ̀ anybody ẹlẹ́mí àtẹ̀fẹ́ lọ́lé pípọ̀ ní ti lọ sílé ṣé wọ́n dá ní dúró airport ṣé ńgbà tẹ́ ti lọ sí Nàìjíríà quietly ẹlòmíì ti lọ Nàìjíríà ẹlòmíì dágbére fún ẹlòmíì ò dágbére ó yà sáré lọ yà sáré dé Yorùbá nation no going back Koiki ọmọ amúmi ti bá délé ó ti lọ lé bẹ́ẹ̀ mẹ́ta o bí irú àwọn bá tẹ̀ délé wá tètè dọ́jú wa mọ̀ ta ló dọ́jú tiẹ̀ mọ̀ tẹ̀ wá fi máa convince àwọn èèyàn truth and your question bẹ́ẹ̀ ni have you ever asked pé àwọn tó wà ní òkè òkun yẹn kí ayé ṣé ayé tiwọn lọ́sọ̀ pé láti dájú tiwa lọ no àwa la máa fi ọwọ́ wa la máa fi kọ the right history about us òyìnbó ti bà history wa jẹ́ wọ́n dẹ̀ ń bàjẹ́ lọ báyìí wọ́n mọ who we are as Yorùbá people but àwa la máa fọwọ́ wa tún kọ́ èdè wa dẹ̀ la máa sọ a kò máa sọ pé English is part of the language tá a sọ but èdè wa tó bá lọ sí bank Yorùbá ló máa sọ tó bá lọ sí post office Yorùbá ló máa sọ tó bá lọ sí anywhere nílẹ̀ Yorùbá la máa sọ speak in English àmọ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ni 419 ní gbogbo ẹ̀ pay Paul and receive kìnìkan and the GDP of a 34,000 country is 1.5 billion. Mo rẹ̀ rẹ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ Saint Marino bí àwọn náà lè máa explore because òyìnbó máa explore àwọn máa káàkiri tí wọ́n ní bí ẹ̀ṣọ́ ní wòlímọ̀ làwọn náà but àwọn ń lọ báwa ṣe ń lọ nísìn tọmọ Nàìjíríà wà ní UAU nísìn òyìnbó mélòó ní wọ́rí ní United Arab Emirates ń follow Tinubu ń fọbọ́ ní McDonald's I love Tinubu so much ọdún mélòó ló fẹ́ lò láyé yìí lórí bó ṣe fragile àwọn ògbèrò kú fún but 100 years from now ṣé ó sì máa wà láyé eré tèmi ń sá yàtọ̀ sí eré tí Tinubu ń sá ìbóhùn náà ló lọ gbé Buhari wá ìbóhùn náà lè ti rí ẹni ìyẹn Buhari dẹ́dọ̀ ó jayé ju kíló bọ́ bá sọ pé wọ́n tún travel lọ́la sí South Korea á máa lọ kò tẹ́ wò pé bìkan jìn in his age American president mélòó lẹ́ni tó ń travel káàkiri Joe Biden bó ṣe dàgbà tó ìlú mélòó ló ń lọ káàkiri because engine tó wà nínú yìí tó wà níbẹ̀ ẹ̀ nísìn ó ti yé yín everybody ló mọ̀ even if he is not dead as we are saying because wọ́n kó kì í máa sọ gbogbo máa yé máa tẹ́lẹ̀ tí wọ́n ti àwọn Biafrans okay even if he is not dead ṣé engine tó wà lára ẹ̀ ló wà lára bàbá tiẹ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀ òmùgọ̀ ṣé engine tó wà lára Buhari ló wà lára dádì tiẹ̀ ló wà lára mọ́mì tiẹ̀ kí ló pa ẹlẹ́rìí Mr. Femi Tai ẹ má bínú àgbékọ́ọ̀mù àti fi máa parí ètò ẹ má bínú ọmọ ìtẹ́tí pè tẹ́ra ẹ̀ wọlé ṣé engine tó wà lára Buhari tá à ń rí yẹn ṣé engine yẹn náà ló wà lára dádì tiẹ̀ just ordinary paracetamol nílé hospital paracetamol the most cheapest thing nílùú yìí probably maybe 35p owó nǹkan náà ló ti lọ inflation ti fẹ́ pàlú yìí náà nìsín kọ́nà kó ṣàánú wa gbogbo nǹkan ló lọ sókè àwọn kan wá náà wọ́n ní ìdòwó àwọn tó bá ṣe àti náà wọ́n ní ìdòwó ẹ ṣáà mú owó tí wọ́n wá kẹ́ wá dá ìbátẹ̀ sí bíbá ní ìdòwó ọ̀dẹ̀jà fún yànbí méjì ní ẹ bá a ṣe ní kíákíá kò gbọ́dọ̀ ju 12 o'clock lọ kò mú lọ jókòó lọ wo fíìmù lọ́jà ayé tèmi àlọ́ máa múra dẹ̀ calm down láwà ó yẹ bá a ṣe ní kíákíá ti wọlé.
Hello, Baba Koiki.
Ẹ kálẹ́ sà.
Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. This energy is just too much. It's really good. I'm delighted. Mo kí bàbá wa Sunday Igboho. Mo kí bàbá wa bàbá professor. Nǹkan kan mo kàn fẹ́ sọ fún yín. Àwọn yẹn wa tó ń sọ pé wọn ò lè dúró. Èmi ń rò pé wọn ò rò pé àti gbọ́ òmìnira kì í dúró? Do they know how long this struggle will take? Do they know? One can fẹ́ kanjú wọnú ẹ̀. What preparation have they made? Tán lè dúró. Do they know if it will take a year, 2 years, 6 months, 3 months? What preparation have they made? Àwọn ló máa dàbí ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì tó kó kúrò ní Egypt tó wá mọ́mọ́. Tó wá mọ́mọ́ tó fẹ́ ya Mósè jẹ. Nǹkan tí màá kàn, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn bàbá wa Sunday Igboho. Ìpè ṣé irú ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dàbí mo kàn fẹ́ gba bàbá wa Sunday Igboho nímọ̀ràn ni. Màá fi ṣe bí òwe àwọn àti yé wọn. Ó dàbí wèrè Adó ni, wèrè Adó Èkìtì. Wèrè Adó mi mọ̀ bóyá ti dé Adó rí ọ̀nà méjì líyà, ọ̀kan yà sí Ìyìn, ọ̀kan yà sí Wòròkó. Ó máa dúró sí junction, a ní alọ́jọ́ kan ló máa bẹ́ orí ènìyàn tó wàá sá lọ sí Wòròkó. Àwọn tó bá ti ń lọ ogun wọn á máa wò pé kí ni wèrè yìí ń sọ. Ọjọ́ kan ni wàá bẹ́ orí èèyàn tí wàá sá lọ sí Wòròkó. Wọn ò take it serious. Ọjọ́ kan ló kàn déédéé dìde ó bẹ́ orí èèyàn lóòótọ́. Bó ló yẹ kó sá lọ? Wọ́n expect pa sá lọ Ìwòròkó. Kó sá lọ Ìwòròkó. Kó sá lọ sí Ìyìn. Ó wá pẹ́ wọ́n ti gbàgbé. Wọ́n wá títí tí wọ́n rí. Ọjọ́ tó ń wá rí wọ́n lọ rí níyìn. Wọ́n ní wèrè Adó. Wèrè Adó. Wọ́n ti wá títí ní Wòròkó. Ó ní wọn ọmọ náà ní ó ní nǹkan tó wà nù wèrè ni wèrè máa ṣe. Ó ní mo fẹ́ gba bàbá Sunday Igboho nímọ̀ràn yìí pé kán fọ̀rọ̀ wọn ṣe wèrè Adó. Ohun tó wà nínú èèyàn lèèyàn ń ṣe. Kán máa mọ̀nú wọn. Bàbá wa Prọfẹ́sọ̀ Adóná ti wá. Ìmọ̀ràn tèmi á gbà àwọn ìbí náà mọ̀ kí wọ́n gbọ́ ètò yìí. Kán fọ̀rọ̀ wọn ṣe wèrè Adó. Wọ́n níbi tádó fi ń dóyàn kì í fi bẹ́ẹ̀ hàn yàn. Ẹbí kádó mi dó ní ẹ̀mú bẹ́ẹ̀ hàn ni. Kò fi bẹ́ẹ̀ hàn yàn. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń tì wọ́n èmi mọ̀ pé bàbá wa wọ́n ní làákàyè wọ́n fọgbọ́n gbé. Because ìrìn àjò wa yìí àmọ́ oṣù tó máa tó, àmọ́ ọdún tó máa tó, àmọ́ kọ́lọ̀ fún wọn lẹ́mìí gígùn.
Àmín. Ẹ ṣé gan ni sir. Thank you.
So ìmọ̀ràn mi nìyẹn. The last ìmọ̀ràn tí mo fẹ́ gbà yín ni wípé láàárín ara wa kì í ṣe gbogbo wa Yorùbá la fẹ́ gba òmìnira yìí. Ẹ wo Palestinians. Nínú àwọn bí àwọn Israelites ṣe ń mú àwọn Palestinians tó, nínú àwọn Palestinians lọ́dún lọ ń ṣológbó fún Israeli. Kí ni plan tiwa to counter that? Àwọn traitors láàrin wa water our plans. So gbogbo ẹni mo fẹ́ kẹ́rù Ọlọ́run dá yín sí. Ọlọ́run fún yín ní agbára.
Thank you so much. Moki Baba wa tí wọ́n pè tán. Thank you so much, Prince Alonso. You say God bless you and your family, Mr. White Line, Yoruba Nation not going back. Love you all on Instagram. You know, when we are doing the software, nobody disturb you. You are just there, you know, watching and and I hope it's not too far from where the screen is. We are still working on some few things. We still need your support. As you can see that during the live transmission today, I think I can show you what we experienced. We actually experienced a crash, and this was what actually happened, earlier on when I was, in the middle of the program. We actually lost the transmission, and I have to reboot the whole system and start again. Ẹ má bínú gbogbo ẹni tí bí ẹ pè tí ẹ ráyè wọlé, mo sorry gan, and sometimes I don't know whether to call you back because I don't know whether you are still on the seat or not. Like I said, àwọn tó bá náà wọ́n need the support, bí wọ́n ní iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe, and which is right, they have a job. That's the only thing I do. Yoruba Nation no fit make owó. At least I am working towards, making sure that we educate ourselves. Tí bá lọ ń ṣe presentation yìí náà níta lójoojúmọ́, má lọ fà gomi o. I'm sure I will be paid for it. But the love that you are giving us and the prayers, you know, is more than enough. So Tawawani, Koiki, I don't have an average salary coming every month. I want to then shape average salary, no, iṣẹ́ ló ń ṣe. But one thing is, this media cannot do any other thing apart from Yoruba Nation. Kò sí nǹkan mi tó fẹ́ ṣe tó bá ti ń jí láàárọ̀ lọ́sàn-án lálẹ́ Yoruba Nation ni. And if you're expecting, you know, the big guns, you know, the NBC, the Fox News, the CNN, I follow them and I see Ewonti journalists, Abeni, whoever was recording that Brazil, they are not talking about Intoloni Brazil because it will actually open the minds of the people. Media don't like, you know, I mean, you know, some countries don't like you to know what is going on. Ẹ jẹ́ ká padà lọ sí Ìlọrin, wọ́n pè lẹ́ǹkan line ní ọ̀dà, hopefully the line will be better now. And before I start, you know, wrapping up, we only have just about 20 minutes and I will end this program at exactly 2 p.m. or 10 minutes. Ẹgbọ́n sókè ní kíákíá láti Ìlọrin. Hello? Network. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìyá mi ọ̀jára, àwa ní ìdòwò níbí ìbàyàn àkọ́ náà wọ́n ní ìdòwò. Ó yẹ ẹgbọ́n sókè bàbá wa láti Ìlọrin, wọ́n ń fẹ́ dárúkọ yín. Má ṣe. Now tí wọ́n bá yẹ pé wọ́n ṣe business pẹ̀lú ẹni Ìlọrin nísìn lálẹ́ tàdé ní láti jẹ́ pé there are so many kátà sọ pé kò ń ṣe business kátà ìpá ń train ara wa fún kọ̀ọ̀kan. Àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ tán pè ní backwardness country is Nigeria. The only thing tó fẹ́ change fẹ́yìn tẹ́ ń bẹ̀rù pé gbogbo tẹ́ ń sọ yìí báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ work. And I want to just put a quick recording on this as well. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ máa ń bèrè pé báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ work gangan. Ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation yìí báwo gangan ló ṣe fẹ́ work. Bó ṣe máa work ni pé wàá sùn wàá kọ̀ jí níjọ́ kan. Nàìjíríà ni a ti ń jẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ àjẹ́ Nàìjíríà mọ́ Yorùbá nation. Báwọn kan bá tún wá náà wọ́n fẹ́ Yorùbá nation tó bá di bí after years a ní right láti tún dé pé àfẹ́ Yorùbá nation yẹn mọ́ Odùduwà nation la fẹ́ àbó Odùduwà report. But for now Yorùbá nation là ń lò lọ. Ilẹ̀ tó ní kò sí nǹkan tó fi yàtọ̀ orí ilẹ̀ náà ló máa wà. In tó máa yàtọ̀ tó máa rí òní rí sáìnì Nàìjíríà mọ́ ní orílẹ̀-èdè tiwa. Àwọn kan á béèrè pé ṣé a ti sọ fáwọn ọba àti jíṣẹ́ fáwọn ọba èyí tó bá fẹ́ gbọ́ kó gbọ́ èyí tó bá náà ò ní gbọ́ fair enough. Àwọn kan tún béèrè pé ìjà àwọn gọ́vnà fọwọ́ sí gọ́vnà ló yẹ kó jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ yìí bọ̀ ó lè jẹgúrú jẹrà wọn ò ní jẹ́ kó jà fún. Ìyẹn la ṣe ń fi tó wọn létí pé nígbà tá a bá ti jáde fún super rally oríṣiríṣi nǹkan á máa lọ létà nínú ẹ̀. Àwọn gọ́vnà wọ́n á mọ̀ bóyá ṣeré nígbà yẹn ni bí àṣeré. Àwọn kan ní but àwọn military máa jáde wọ́n á kọ̀ fìbọn pa gbogbo yín dànù ni. Níwọ̀n ní ṣe yẹn bọ̀ kọ́ sọ fún military náà pé àwa náà ní ẹ̀tọ́ láti defend ara wa. Orúkọ mi ni Ọláyọmí Koikimedia. I was actually recording that and again I'm gonna push that out. It's just those that ask those stupid question. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ a máa change owó ní change owó. These are the very very small aspect of what we are going to do. Ṣèbówó ló ń change náà ní Nàìjíríà nísìn. Owó tó ti ń lò látijọ́ kí láǹfààní èlò lórí ń bẹ̀. So as we are winding down in just 8 minutes, I would like to appreciate you all. All my word is my word. I don't change my words. Calm down. We are already in it. It's going to happen. Probably maybe you are angry. Angry with yourself. Don't get angry with me. Èmi kọ́ mo bà Nàìjíríà jẹ́. Èmi dẹ̀ kọ́ ni politician yín. Ìgbòho kọ́ ni politician yín. Bàbá Akíntóyè kọ́ ni politician yín. Ìyá Onítìrì kọ́ ni politician yín. We love all our leaders and we continue to tell them to come together as quickly as possible on the round table and have that one voice. Well, they need one voice, so it does not matter. But one thing is, the movement will not be killed by anybody. So if they like, let them come with one voice. If they like, make them not come. I pray and I hope they will do the needful. Wọ́n ti fún wa ní ẹ̀dín gbogbo àwọn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí àtẹ̀mọ́bí tá a já sí. Ibi tó bá wọn ló lè já sí tó bá já sí anywhere ṣé ó rà pé ẹ̀mọ̀ pé lè snooze àwọn ibì kan èmi náà ti snooze àwọn ibì kan because mo fẹ́ kó máa pop up sórí Facebook mi mọ́ I have actually snoozed it snooze it for at least 30 days àwọn kan náà wọ́n máa fi wá rẹ́rìn ẹ fira yín rẹ́rìn ẹ ké fúnra yín torí pé àwa kọ́ ni a bà Nàìjíríà jẹ́ àwa fẹ́ dá padà síbi tí orísun wa wà so tẹ́ bá ń sọ pé ẹ máa fi wọ́n rẹ́rìn ní ọ̀la ní ọ̀túnla lọ́jọ́ ọ̀la I pity a lot of you saying such nonsense. It is time for us to prepare our mind. As I leave you going to bed, ní òkùnkùn lálàá ń tèmi mo ń sùn lọ ni yàrá dànkì mo ní mo lákàn rí tí mo sọ fún yín ìyàn kan tẹ̀ ní àkókò ìkọ̀bá má sọ yẹn lórí social media náà ọlọ́run bí àṣà bàbá wa Ìgbòho ọlọ́run ló ní ẹ̀mí mi ọwọ́ ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ni mo gbẹ́mí mi lé lórí not anybody àwọn kan tẹ̀ wọ́n á bèrè bàbá àbí Ìgbòho ti gbé nǹkan jẹ fún bàbá ẹ̀ ń tọ́ra yín ọlọ́run ló ní ẹ̀mí mi and you can do no jack shit ni mo sọ you can do nothing to us you can try there's not harm in trying not to our family not to people that believe in the movement ẹ̀yin tẹ̀lé ń sọ pé Koiki pẹ́ẹ́nù ẹ̀ sọ̀hún at least orúkọ tèmi ti ní stamp boom táyé máa fi dáyé ẹ máa rántí orúkọ mi ni whether negative positive or ẹ kó méjèèjì papọ̀ kó máa ṣọ́ọ̀kì yín ẹ ní gbàgbé orúkọ yìí láyé a máa hàn sí yín lójú oorun báyìí ni lẹ́gbọ́gbọ́n yín tẹ́ máa ń wọ àwọn blogging yẹn ẹ ṣe stop ẹ lórí YouTube yín so that you don't get heart attack and if you are not happy ẹ lọ wo fídíò mi tí bá ti ṣe èyí tó bá ń hot ẹ tún wò kẹfì refresh mind yín and stop wasting your energy and allowing some idiotic people to raise your BP. Have a very good morning, good night. Mo fi tọwọ́tọwọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo fi kí gbogbo lé pátá ẹ má gbàgbé àkáǹtì mi o wọ́n wò mí báyìí ó tún máa béèrè owó ẹ̀mí máa ń béèrè ṣèbí pépà kan ni mo fẹ́ kà lẹ́ẹ̀kan nísìnyí tán ní kí n lọ ṣe subscription èèyàn kan mo sọ pé £1 kò dín ẹni yẹn mo tẹ̀ rántí ẹni yẹn mọ́ every week bí every day dẹni èyí tán ní nìyẹn èyí tí ìwọ náà bá ní ìwọ náà bá ń fi síbẹ̀ tẹ́ bá ń béèrè àkáǹtì mi tẹ́ ẹ bá ti tètè rí ẹ send message tó bá ti jẹ́ tọ̀rọ̀ owó yẹn ẹ make sure pé ẹ get mi o ó ṣe kókó ṣe pàtàkì mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin yà wá GR1 ẹ̀yin alálùbáríkà ẹ̀kọ́ àdúrótì àjú bíi 9 lọ má nìka àdẹ sínú ẹ̀ kò ṣe hard èdè kan mo create kò ń ṣe group mo kí wọn mo kí bàbá wa Stephen Emmanuel mo rí wọn lálẹ́ mo rí Adékúnlé Adépọ̀jù mo kí Mickey Bass mo ti rí wọ látàárọ̀ àti kí ẹ mo kí àmì ọ̀jọ́ ara mo kí ní France mo kí gbogbo àwa media I am not saying I am the best but at least I will educate you from the point of where other media will not take you to. Èmi náà gbọ́dọ̀ yẹn rí tẹ́lẹ̀ San Marino èyí náà ti gbọ́ nísìnyí àbí 34,000 ayé wọn bẹ́tà ju ìwọ tó ń wò mí tó ń point finger sí mi yẹn. Ó jẹ́ tètè wá bó ṣe máa dé San Marino that's tó bá fún ẹ ní visa tó bá dẹ̀ fún ẹ ní visa ó mọ bó ṣe máa débẹ̀ wàá lọ gbalẹ̀ Haúsá ọlọ́mọ àjẹkọ́ gé orí ẹ̀ tó bá wá dé Libya wàá lọ béèrè Àjàní Àjàlá bí ọmọ wa tiẹ̀ di sórí omi tó bá dé Italy wàá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ fẹ́ ọmọ wọn wàá wá ṣẹ̀ wà níbẹ̀ 10 years from now o lè má rí ìwé yẹn gbà mo rí ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ King Merido mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò mí níjẹ̀bú Òde mo kí lẹ́kìtì mo kí ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ má ẹ̀kọ́ dún máa hóhó máa ro mọ́ wa ẹ máa sọ fún wa pé àwa lẹni tí wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ máa bẹ̀rù àwa kì í ṣẹni tá a máa bẹ̀rù ìjọba we are not scared of the government àdúró tán ìwọ tó bá lè ní kankan tó fẹ́ ṣe Koiki mo ní àìdíà kan ẹ lọ perform àìdíà yẹn ẹ má mo gbà sí fẹ́ gbọ́ kan kódà mo tún block ẹ̀ tó bá yẹ pé nǹkan tó fẹ́ gbọ́ nìyẹn èmi mo block number àti dùn mí ìyàwó mi ni mo dáṣá mo fún lésì dáadáa mo á ṣe block ìwèrè dànù ní kémi sọ bí tèmi dúró sí àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n jágbájá ẹ̀yin jókòó sí Germany ni wọ́n wà mọ̀ọ́dé dárúkọ ẹni o Germany ló wà ọmọ inú ẹ èmi lọ́lé mo lọ forí la kú oní àìdíà bá ṣe máa ṣe wọ́n báyìí ìwọ náà ṣe rán àwọn èèyàn nílé bó ṣe wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ìgbà mélòó lọ́ fi ń prepare àwọn èèyàn tó bá ti fún àwọn èèyàn lówó wá train wọn wá ṣe gbogbo tó bá fẹ́ ṣe why do you ó ní èmi lèmi ń ṣe Yorùbá nation òmùgọ̀ mo block ẹ tó bá tún comment bá mọ̀ pé wọ́n ni màá block ẹ níbí báyìí mo rí bó ti fi voice sílẹ̀ á kàn máa send voice ẹ̀ kò ní wọlé á máa gbọ́ mi báyìí nísìn ẹ lè ṣe kẹ́ máa wò mí ẹ̀rù jẹ̀jẹ̀ ní mí ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ máa wò mí ní ẹ̀rù mo ti dẹ̀rù jẹ̀jẹ̀ sí yín lọ́rùn mo ti degungun tó ti há yín lọ́rùn bẹ́ẹ̀ báyìí tí gbọ́ mi ara yín gan lè gbalẹ̀ ó fẹ́ fi voice yẹn sílẹ̀ mo rí tó ti ń record mo ti gbásígbásí fún dáadáa mo ya block ìwèrè dànù mo tún lọ make sure pé gbogbo nọ́mbà mi mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta tó bá máa gẹ́ẹ̀tì mi wàá tún lọ ra nọ́mbà mi ni mo ti ní ẹ lára nìyẹn ọmọ inú ẹ̀ ń jà fún Yorùbá nation òun sọ pé kó lọ ṣe nǹkan kan tí wọn náà bá lè ṣe ọ̀ọ́bí ẹ̀ àwọn obìnrin ló máa ń ṣe kíní ìyàwó mi gbogbo àlọ́ máa ń bẹ́ẹ̀ kí ló táwọn obìnrin ṣe máa ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ mi gan yàyàyàyà Instagram ti kọ́ agbọ́dọ̀ tán padà má bínú a ti ṣe 4 hours ká bèsè Elédùmarè ọjọ́ yóò máa ń pẹ́ kẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká fi parí ẹ̀ mo ò ní gba kọ́ọ̀lù mọ́ ni bọ̀ mo lè ṣàwàdà díẹ̀ kí n tó máa lọ happy new month jàre gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa ẹ lọ máa prepare ọ̀run yabọ̀ ni gbogbo wa ló máa kọlù ẹ má bínú àgbọ̀rọ̀ dáhùn tó wà lórí Instagram dúró àwọn láìdíà ẹ̀yin náà lọ ṣàìdíà yẹn ó ṣe jẹ́ kó ìkìlẹ̀ fi ránṣẹ́ ẹrú gbogbo wa kọ́ lọ́mọ Yorùbá ṣé èmi nìkan lọ́mọ Yorùbá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo ti degungun ẹja sí wọn lọ́rùn ẹ ṣe jàre ẹ̀yin yan gidi wọ́n wò báyìí nísìnyí pẹ̀lú fake account ẹlòmíì ààrẹ ń balẹ̀ tí bá náwó báyìí ó máa shock lórí chair níbi tó jẹ́ ìgbà tí ẹ pé oníṣẹ́ ibi ni yín tí bá ti náwó báyìí ó máa shock lórí chair bọ́ àwọn èèyàn gidi tí bá náwó Koiki gbà sí fún wọn gbà sí fún Yorùbá ni mí mo rí ẹ ń bẹ̀ jẹ́ kí n máa lọ jàre so à ń rí jù báyẹn lọ thank you so much have a very good morning good night mo tún padà bọ̀ lọ́la àtún padà bọ̀ calm down láwà lórí ẹ̀ òun ayọ̀ la máa sùn ṣé ká fi you don see Ìgbòho ká tó wá play anthem àbí ká kọ́kọ́ play anthem èwo lẹ fẹ́ ń bẹ̀ ṣé ká play anthem ká wá fi Ìgbòho sí you don see Ìgbòho èwo lẹ fẹ́ ń bẹ̀ you don see Ìgbòho ẹ̀já fi you don see Ìgbòho sí. Navy blue shirt.
Navy blue check.
Bye for now. Ẹja gbọ́díyà òjò.
Yorùbá lè ṣàjèjì gbogbo wa lọ. Kó lájọ́ ọ̀dọ́ bàjẹ́. Torí kò ní sí ìlú. ọmọ òdùà ọmọ Fúlàní ọmọ Fúlàní ọmọ Fúlàní Yorùbá lè ṣàyè tí owó wa lẹ́nu kó lájọ́ ọ̀dọ́ bàjẹ́ torí kò sí
Life is so funny.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, so funny.
You come with nothing.
O máa wá pẹ̀lú nothing.
Then
O
fight
máa padà
for
pẹ̀lú
everything.
nothing. Fight for everything.
And later,
Let's go.
leave everything and go back with empty hand.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àmú kankan wá sáré ìṣẹ́ ọmọ kankan lọ. Oran Ayọ̀lá máa sùn. Ó dára o. Bye for now. I'll be back. I don't know what time, but definitely I'll be back tomorrow. Agbára Elédùmarè. Oran Ayọ̀lá máa sùn. Bye for now.